You guys can monitor it on your
I will share, show them a live.
Wow.
Them not.
Why yangi on?
Okay.
Live league. Okay, live. Mungi on live.
Okay.
All right. I'm share ko gaaw.
Hold on. Nene, come and put your internet connection here.
I can't even monitor. Can you all mute? Mun ngeen mute seen mic bi please, just in case. So leen di wax den ngeen unmute ko.
Okay.
Thank you. Aji mun nga mute sa mic bi Aji.
Dama don something.
I know. Yeah, you live Aji.
Okay, how am I gonna mute my mic? Okay.
Dama buga share like then yeah, there we go. Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon and welcome to the Digest News. I am F. Baji. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we are out here to talk about cyberbullying of women on social media, particularly on Facebook. And with me is a lineup of beautiful, eloquent, and smart panelists. I have with me Ms. Fatoumata Koka of Elite Media, CEO of Elite Media. I have my humble sister all the way from South Africa, Sajo Sisoho, known as Umu Banin on social media. And I have Aji's Corner. Aji tayo na ka sa week, nagngane ka gal, ah? Thank you very much. I know that this is a very controversial topic. I know that it is not talked about a lot on social media, especially within the Gambian community. And when we talk about cyberbullying, often we tend to relate it with children in school or teenagers. And we often do not explore the abuse that women face, especially Facebook personalities, people like Fatoumata, people like Sajo, people like Aji. And we've seen in recent days or weeks how cyberbullying actually affected some women, young women, especially from the Gambia, on social media. And there has been a lot of controversial conversation around what is actually cyberbullying. What do we mean when we say cyberbullying? Some people couldn't draw the line between conflict, between expressing your human rights and actually abusing someone else. So that is the reason why we are here. We are going to explore what cyberbullying is, but we're not going to stop at that. We're also going to look at the impact cyberbullying has on women, especially. And we're going to also talk to survivors of cyberbullying, those who've actually experienced it, how they lived it, and how they dealt with it. And we will be also looking at the laws around cyberbullying, the different laws. What can victims do? How can we protect women from cyberbullying? So without wasting any more time, mbal kontong na atol be men benjibe kan jangal bismillah Digest News to ntelem Fatou Badji nga luntangol soto jang kafunyo musol men yalon koy bebe social media platform to men buko Fatoumata Rahman ko katul be yalone atelem Elite Media la CEO ti ngana Sadio Siso hostoto abe bambanding politiko la karola UDP politiko abe all the way from South Africa. Ngana Aji's Corner soto aji Fatou Jagne ati fanam bijane ala YouTube channel al kajele andum aka broadcasting ke on what's the name of your platform again? The re-enter the Gambia. Sorry, re-enter the Gambia al kaji jele. So nkunga finti na ngakacha kajibe musolu ika batada musoka tajirinte ya mendia mo amonyo musola internet okono so cyberbullying konka wala kacha nte mela dia mola bi bari ngalun tangol soto lembe opportunity di la gayo lay fane ye kontondiro ke nga dun kacha kono so mbe kacha ke la manika kangol la aning suruwa kango in a moment we will be joined by a psychotherapist Mariama Samate from the US to give us the mental health perspective of cyberbullying and how it impacts victims so mbokk yi ñu dalal leen fii nii rek di leen jërëjëf rek si waxtu bi ngeen dee ñëw toog fii nii seetaan ñu man la F Badji Fatou Badji ma nekk fii si Digest News dalal nag tey gan yu mag a mag si plateforme bi fii nii di Fatoumata Rahman Kuka ki nga xam ne mooy CEO yi Elite Media ma am Ajis Boutique Ajis Corner ki nga xam ne daf dee broadcast on Re-Enter the Gambia ba pare mu ngi amee tamit Ajis Corner YouTube am bi ñu am Sadio Cissokho fana Sadio Cissokho dafa drop but I'm sure ne dina ñëwaat moom nag moom itamit dëgër na si affaire yi cyberbullying bii nii déedéet dëgër na si politique kañ waaye affect na ko moom itamit because nekkoon na victim so ñu bëggoon a wax lan mooy cyberbullying si boppam parce que xam nañ ne jamono ji ne amoon na i conflicts yoo xam ne amoon na si social media bii nii te mu ngi continuer sax di am mu am wax yoo xam ne génn si na am na ñoo xam ne mit naxari na leen affect na nit ñu bari waaye am na controversy bu si am because ñeneen yaa ngi wax ne lii cyberbullying la ñeneen yaa ngi wax ne lii du cyberbullying waaye ñëwuñ fii pour wax specifically about keneen experience am because am nañ si panel bi fii nii ñoo xam ne ñoom dunda nañ ko so experience nañ cyberbullying ñoom si seen boppa so bëgg nañoo jàng si ñoom ñu wax ñu ñoom naka lañ ko dundee lu leen jot exactly pour ñu understand lan mooy cyberbullying naka lañ ko dundee ak ban dimbal la ñoo mën a def ñi nga xam ne they would go through dinañ go through cyberbullying loolu moo ñu tax a jóg tey waxtaan bi nag it's a sensitive topic ngeen jégal ñu su fekkee ne wax nañ fi dara loo xam ne you don't agree with it ku nekk opinion rek la moo wax ak li nga dunda loolu lañ fay wax dinaa try nag ñu dugal si a little bit of English waaye dafa nekk mostly si Olof ak si soose suma laakakati soose Ami Bella mu ñu war a join in a minute ak Mariama Samate all the way from the US moom psychotherapist la dinañu wax tamit affaire mental health ak cyberbullying so li ma def rek bi ma doon research Fatmata and Aji bi ma doon research about cyberbullying so lii ma wax ne rek dafa nekk waxtaan so man dama fi nekk rek pour guide affaire si waaye waxtaan la moo nekk it's not going to be like an interview so si fekkee ne miss na anything mun ngeen loo leen foog na is important for us to talk about ngeen indi ko on board ñu waxtaanee ko so waaye man bi ma doon said affaire cyberbullying bini a lot of times you see information about young people why lima gis ne lolu moy cyberbullying daf ma tiital because man musuma xamne nga def saga si internet nga saga nit si internet wala nga wax ko lo xamne dina ko tiital dina ko distress afterwards lolu nonu cyberbullying la xama wonne tamit ne nga jël natali nit ibisi profile def ko ne yow la lolu tamit cyberbullying la so lu bari la jàng mu tiital ma naan waaw lii moo tax ko nit ñi confuse nit ñi suñoo xuloo sa ñu naan de lii xuloo la lii du cyberbullying lii la foog rek ñu jàng ko so ma bëggoon Fatmata ñu dugga si waxtaan bi ma njëgee ko yow ma dalal la fii nii njëkkal laa laajte yow ndax yow naka nga gisee cyberbullying bi si yow lan mooy cyberbullying ak ndax dunda nga ko soo ko dundee tamit naka nga ko dundee what was your experience basically.
Asalaamaaleykum mbokk yi maa ngi leen di nuyu yéen ñëpp si seen tur ak seen sant di leen jaar bu baax fu waaye mu ne si àddina ñu ngi lay jaar ma kontaan trop nag Fatou Badji invite ma tey si the Digest News platform bi pour ñu waxtaanee li nga xam ne lu am solo la it is man dama ne it's long overdue sax waroon nañ koo waxtaanee lu yàgga waaye xëy na tey la ko yàlla baaxee pour nag ñu ñëw toog fii ñun as jigéen pour waxtaanee ko man la Fatoumata Rahman Kuka seen xarit a mother, a proud mother of 3 yes waaw wax nga lu am solo ñu bari ñun ñu bari dama see boole suma boppa dañ dee jaxasoo when it comes to giving a definition of cyberbullying because comme ni nga ko waxee rek ñun ñëpp dañ dee foog ne suñ ne bully rek xale lañ bully duñ dee bully mag yi sax but lu ñu fail pour realize mooy mag buñ bully sax moo gën a métti xale buñ bully because xale they usually forget While with mag bi it's like a stigma boo xam ne daf dee nekk ak ñoom for the rest of their lives. And sometimes mun naa ne most times sax suñ la dee bully daf dee based on loo xam ne sax it's stuff that is fabricated, and sometimes dina nekk loo xam ne people know nothing about. It's like that he say she say loolu rek la dee nekk. Man su ma bëggee define cyberbullying génne ko ci ne ay defante la wala ay xuloo la. Defante mooy boo jotee ak nit ki benn yoon mu wax la nga wax ko boobu foofu daf case bi dafa war a close capiche. Léegi su continue not from both sides waaye su continue from both sides it's still a defante, but su continue waaye benn party bi moo nekk di hold on di come xam nga di wax that time, man, to me you are bullying that person. And of course yes, dunda naa ko, survive naa ko, and I advocate for it as well. I stand in solidarity of people ñu nga xam ne dañ leen bully to the maximum. Loolu naa ci duga bu baax a baax because nit ñi tamit dañ dee jaxase suñ gisee di xeexal koo xam ne dañ ko bully te fekk am na leneen lu ci laxasu dañ dee jaxase ñaari yëpp waaye duñ dee xool ne yow fi nga fight for is this, not the other one. Foog naa ne loolu answer naa la ko tuuti fana experience bi dinaa si duga tuuti ma bàyyi keneen mu nuyoo ba pare tamit xëj na ñu lifin
ñu dugg si biir waxtaan bi jërëjëf wax nga lu am solo because man it bi ma doon seet affaire yi cyberbullying bi dama foogoon ne it was a one-off event waaye wax nga fi loo xam ne it's a repetitive event. So loo xam ne la behavior boo xam ne la danga ko dee def di def nekkul rek benn yoon la xuloo la defante ngeen tëj ngeen page bi déedéet dafa nekk benn nit buy abuse di toroxal moromam di ko tànce wala di even génnee information boo xam ne sax du dëgg si moom di gossip di génnee rumors di def scandal comme ñun jigéen ñi moom ñun I think for us ñun liñ ñu dee wax mooy ne diw mu ngi nekk kii nga nekka la ka wala ñu génnee sa nekket piccooka yooyu noonu rek slanders yooyu lañ dee def te and it's a repetitive thing so dinañ gën a waxtaan xam yow naka nga ko dundee waaye ma jàll si aji lekte aji parce que moom itamit bugga naa gëm ne aji dunda nga ko yow itam fanaa ne lu yàggut sax dundoon nga ko there was a situation where sa life sax was a threat ñu ngi génne woon i video sax fanaa it was voice messages yi nga xam ne ñu ngi wax ne kan mooy aji ñu ngi ko ut si biir dëkk bi soo leen ko gisee dañ ko yóbbu police and all of that and for me that is cyberbullying because there was a threat, there was an element of threat there. So ma lekte rek aji yow si yow lan mooy cyberbullying ak su fekkee ne d'accord nga ne duna nga ko how would you just explain your experience? Yaa ngi on mute defa naa nekkuñ di la dégg aji. Doesn't look like na yaa ngi mute waaye nekkuñ di la dégg. How many nga transfer see another gadget? Are you using a different gadget?
No, I'm not. I'm using the same.
There you are. Yeah, it's here. Wow,
Yeah,
it's set now.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yusuf Production Center. I'm from my district.
Sound bangi yahude aji. How much? Fana nga jege tuti sa device be.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
Wow, bobo bahna.
Hold on. Then I have to hold it. Sorry about that. Okay, like I was saying, Manla Adi Jan from Re-Enter the Gambia, and I'm a Gambian YouTuber. Basically, I talk about things that affect society. Basically, man lima wax moy ma ngi nuyu ñepp ci sa tour ci sen tour ak sen santa baye ma kenn muy goor muy jigen muy mag muy ndaw ba pare ma nuyu len yeen mi nga xamne yeena fi nekk tay Fatmata Sadio ak F ba pare F, thank you very much for inviting me here ak ñepp tay ñun mëna tok waxtaan te mu nekk jotaay bo xamne ñun jigen ni ñoo fi nekk parce que cyberbullying man I think ne is more of us the women that are always bullied on social media than the men. And man lima moy come cyberbullying like li nga wax ni dund na ko bu yagut I think it was 2 months ago cyberbullying that man suma understanding moy nga amé a device an electronic device boo xam ne mën nga ko use dem si internet bi bugg a xoñoñal nit ki sonal ko ba bugg a dee bugg a xoñoñal life am naan kii daal du ma ko may mu tëdda mu nelaw du ma ko may mu kontaan du ma ko may mu dox soxlaami saa yu ma ko gisee o saa yu ma gisee rek si moom laay wax di ba basically nga not nit ki si internet bi ba nga xam ne bugguloo mu nokki bugguloo mu def dara te ñun ñëpp xam ne ne cyberbullying it leads to people having mental health issues and it leads to people committing suicide and maybe ñun yàlla tere di ko xewangu si suñ biir Gambia ba the way I see this thing going foofu la moo dem endobe su ko defee ñun ñëpp ñu am xam nga li nga xam ne te ñama raxas la daal so basically that's my understanding of cyberbullying wàcce nit ki picture am dem defaraat ko neneen di ko kekkantoo si picture boobu wala xam nga ñëw isi ay sekerem si biti génne ay ciram wala indi ay mbokkam indi ay doomam because cyberbullying ñun si suñu société bi dem léegi dem na foo xam ne bàyyatuñ nit ñi seen bopp parce que dañoo dem ba isi seen joboot seen xale yi nga xam ne parental leen xamuñ yëguñ tiinun wala nga isi nit ki jëkkaram nga génne ay suturam ba pare mayloo ko jaama daal man loolu laa gis ne mooy cyberbullying and man dunda naa ko bu yàggu comme li nga wax ni traité nañ ma fi waa soo ko gisee bul dóor bul demal dara xam nga def fi ay audio police ak si loo xam ne jarul sa te eggu fa like I always say ñun Gambians si dañ tiit dañ dee gaaw a dem def te duñ dee find out facts man I think ne loolu moo nekkoon man suma situation but man I always tell people I'm working on the media and I wouldn't let anyone bully me balaa nga ma before you come for me I'll come for you or before you come for me I'll put a stop there so ma may keneen tamit mu duga introduce boppam
no aji xam nga da nga dégg olof fa moon ne ni nga déggee olof yow ni ko explain sa you just hit it on the head actually just bang on it
suma boss mu fi Fatmata bay mo mu
Fatmata de ba fo na Fatmata la gëna dégg olof waaye ni ko explain ni jërëjëf Sadio mbe min kaca kanjang Fatmata ya fu mol yenne cyberbullying ati amra memmo andung aji fanan nata fu mole bitumbela fereje fanan bayri ngala no koy fane ya balule sinya jama ngeje janne social media you know you've produced you've shared with us some really emotional videos you know we saw you weeping and I think it's important for ite fanang mbadi manding kolo ya fonye ite fe munem cyberbullying ti and then natra ite fana ya balule d'accord tere comme nga nyimem fote isa fo mole ya balu nyadi
okay Fatou Badji abaraka baki nga apologize just some couple of minutes ago nga few technical problems on na Wi-Fi or so but anyway I fixed it back but nga Fatmata kontom Fatmata ko ka mang la nuyu yaa ngi nice tamit aji tam mang la nuyu yéen a ngi rafet Fatou Badji yow tam nuyu naa la baraka baake yéen invite ñaamen jang be Gambian mol be konton na so ntebe decide la pour ka diamu mandinga kangoto because just for wider audience katu abete kala no angale kangodin suru akangote okay cyberbullying nte nga min cyberbullying wala mostly milkake wala multi yalon ko they have a low self esteem stole because most of the time ntenga min balu social media kono cyberbullying mostly min ka ke wolka dum on the fake behind a fake profile ibukana out in the open in most cases ibukana out in the open porque fangitandiko ntele munyinti so ikaminke wolong they are sitting with some sort of rage or some sort of anger mi yalon ko ikatale they pass it through they channel it through fake account pour que te attack so ñing attacking akana in different forms le do bi dia seke emotional attack ti do bi dia seke attack mi yalon ko ni me hakilo tu fang ase samba into depression nda ketantela le bari komi ko mol fatatale modol bi je wol strong tale modol bi je they are not strong will modol bi je wol weak tale e ka dol je cyberbullying ni mol ye bully internet ko no dol bi je wol ase lead into depression wala ase mental problem dila dol bije nak wol they are strong like me nte nak aketana le tonyalo at some point mu hadama dingoleti at some point sa sinna bu kono nyaajo e jolong in fact nga kumbo fan because nga fole ko definitely nga mu neke fo nga ñi fo ñi takelantela why ñi particular person ñanta bulalante noma and in most cases ake multi yalon ko fa imalong wala almandali but just because of kariko wala kariko ten wala kanyi jamanati or maybe somebody more fulale problem soto ite aji koy fan lafta dum na jël so ko batu the only way pour nga vent out na reach wala nga dum behind a fake profile wala pour nga dum social media nga cyberbullying ke so ñimbe mu cyberbullying lete bari nga minje cyberbullying to mostly wolong comme nga fa ñame mol minkake mostly they have low self-esteem because maybe yepule je moto mi yalon ko ay nganya e mastono wala maybe mola personality or maybe a charismatic talent or maybe he's so eloquent or he's eloquent or maybe molo mi yalon ko a karanta wala society a respect so nyin be ka kel mi yalon ko you want something from that person you really want to be that person but it man no that person so the only way to channel your rage and anger wala ka dung behind a fake profile wala maybe kamari attack openly because ngo fanangi janne kamari attack openly kamari bully. So nyimbe is part of cyberbullying. But cyberbullying kulo mi yalon ko a dangerous tafana. But for now, batu nga danjang nga panel dos modos bulaye diam.
Thank you, Sajo. Ngamira ye fenkumayari ngumale ko attack them. So you're basically attacking somebody, and that's another keyword that we need to mark, because cyberbullying there is an aspect of aggression there. And model from cyberbullying doesn't only stop on the internet. Sometimes it can even be physical. They can translate, it doesn't stop just online. Somebody can start bullying you online and then later on go and physically attack you. We've seen that, maybe not within the Gambian community. I don't know whether you experienced that, but I've heard of it and I've seen people it started from online and then it went translated physically. So some of the things that I picked up on the internet about cyberbullying, the different types, before I go into actual experiences, is one of the things is harassment. They said harassment is a type of cyberbullying, and that includes sending offensive or rude or insulting messages to somebody. So if you're on the internet sending rude and offensive messages to somebody repetitively, know that you are causing cyberbullying. Okay. And if you are there is something they call outing as well. Equal outing while I'm publicly humiliating someone. And I think that one is a very important one to talk about. Publicly humiliating someone, telling somebody, like if you are friends with someone and then the person divulge private information to you, like you have a conversation and they tell you their secrets, and then you fall out, like two friends, you fall out. Then you come to the internet, you do your Facebook Live, and then you share that private information to the public. That is cyberbullying. If you have the intention to harm that person, so it's not an excuse to say, I'm fighting with somebody, there's a conflict, so we're fighting, so I'm out here, we're talking. Well, you can fight with somebody, but the moment you have the intention to harm that person and divulge her secret information online, on the internet, you are cyberbullying that person. So people should be aware of that. That is a big thing, because right now, in Gambian community, we don't like gis ñaari jigéen ñooy nekkoon xarit ñu jékki-jékki fall out nga gis ne ñu ñëw si social media bi ñuy gën uñu wante secret. So that is, if it's a repetitive thing, nekkul ne benn yoon rek nga génn si wax waaye nga nekk di ñëw diw sangam de lii la waxoon bi ma doon lifi na moom mu ne diw sangam ne, you're getting out information that was meant to be private te kooku joxut la consent alaawut la nga wax ko. It is cyberbullying. ñu ñëwaat gis loo xam ne ñu ne su fekkee ne yaa ngi gaining information out, you're getting information out to damage somebody's reputation. Like su fekkee yow da nga génn si rek pour damage that person's reputation, the image of that person, we have to class it as cyberbullying. And su fekkee ne, when we talk about the laws later on, we would see that is against one of the laws of using the internet. And then we have something called when you share, come like nga provoke nit ki. Come aji lu mo wax dang de not nit ki si Facebook bi comme the way they do it, you will just have to react. Then they have trolls, cyber trolls, they will bring something out where you cannot just be silent. You just have to come out and react because they're provoking your emotional reaction. So that is also cyberbullying. And I think you guys mentioned something about impersonation, like creating a fake Facebook profile or whatever profile, come pretend that you are somebody. So let's go into your experiences, your personal experiences now. I'm going to go to Fatmata. This is difficult, and I would really I wouldn't want to put you in a situation where you're traumatized. So take it easy and share only the things that you are comfortable to share, and then we'll take it from there. Because I'm a fogna nit kuko dunda mom reka ñu mëna jangal. We can only learn from somebody who's lived it. So ma baye la flo bi Fatmata nga wax ñu yow lan nga dunda ci cyberbullying.
jërëjëf Fatou Badji ma dégg ñëpp li ñu wax mu make sense torop Sadio li nga wax teg nga ko ci yoon Fatou Badji the same. You did your research right, because all the definition, all the boxes ticking up with the green, you know, right? And Aji, mom tamit the same. So kon waxtaan bi dina yaatu te na muna neex. Okay, man small own experience. I think the first man, I think dama dee wax leena ma ne suñ fi génnee saaga nit si social media ngay compter the first 3 si Gambians, I think I'll be on that list. Amoon na time nga xam ne dama daan toog di wonder, what have I done? I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I have done my bit. Kenn du toog fii mu ne deserve ma lii dañ ma ko def leneen. No, lu nekk dafa am fu mu dee starté. Okay.
Your time.
Yeah. Wow. The first time was when these audios more going on. I had a little disagreement with someone who was a friend of mine, and audios gainer. So audios gaining, I felt that I shouldn't have been bullied, and nobody should have been bullied based on that, because these audios were not audios you hamne ñu dañ ko def tasaare ko ci Facebook or anything. Audios was many con man ma yo ñu am issue Fatou Badji. Audio is mala ko sene nga sen mako, it should stay between the two of us. Audio warut again activity. But you know, I was bullied to the extent benga hamne my family forced me. You know, family play part in this, because they want to maintain their dignity. They buga pull maintain sen hamga come small family they push ma pull come out and apologize. Even if they didn't, man ñep xam nañ I'm that type of person. So what buge but then I'll just come and say sorry and then move on to the next chapter. So, and I felt until this day, I felt that I was bullied because of those audios, and I felt it was very unfair, because it wasn't audios yu nga xamne nit ñi dañ ko waroon a jot wala dama ko jël def ko ci Facebook bi kon loolu di wax ci Facebook ona nit ñi pour ma ñu talk di apologize. But I was bullied left, right and center. You know, people send me messages, di ma saga, di ma call, di ma has hanga. And just like I just said, then they stage they bring your kids into it, and it's very unfair, because Halei, they're not part of this. What do you say, Boka? This is the first time I'm talking about it properly. So it might not come out the way I want it to come out, but I'm just trying.
It's okay.
Yeah. So but then I come to realize that being on social media comes with a price. And bullying you is the biggest price that you get paid. People will bully you for no reasons. People will bully you because they are citing someone. They bully because of your own problems. They will not bully you because they have an issue with you. They will bully you because you're not Nekolo friend Fatou Badji. And I feel, again, that is very unfair. That is wrong. And then these are the people, they're the ones that actually bully you worse than the King Ajotel, because they will be the one spreading rumors, and then you put some foot down when I come many for the situation be happen. And the saddest part is when you're bullied by people that are very close to you, and that's my story. I'm talking about it because it's an experience. Talking about people who anybody, because I have gone past it, I've dealt with it, and I'm standing strong.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about it because I'm Nahala Yuko Dunda, and I'm here on your platform, Fatou Badji, today to share my experience. So that Hala Yuko Dunda, you gisman nakala jar ak nakala ko dunde be jehals. So lolu mo tax ma tok fi diko wax way tok ma pour ngagne ken, because we have dealt with it. I'm not peace legi, so buguma for them to feel that we are going to start another war because I came out talking about it. And this is one problem that Gambians have. When you come and talk about issues that are already there, they would still come and make you an enemy as if you happen. It is there, it has happened, everybody saw it. So if you're a small problem, the fun neck on private, the fun neck on under, Fatou Badji, you will not call me here today to talk about it. So it was out in the open, it happened in social media, so we're going to talk about it on social media. Moving on, man madunda ko ci ñu nga xamne dañ ma jage. put like one there, man suma bully bi, liko defon mo worst boy. My in-laws were the first one to come and do it. Suma say you kai bila one. And what people didn't realize is say bita son nasa 1.5 year. I came on Facebook, I do stuff, I talk about stuff, but nobody knew ne say bita son. Few people like nyoko hamon. But when my in-laws came out and start saying stuff, actually, I made a mistake. It didn't start with my in-law. It started with a friend of mine came to Sweden. So when she came to Sweden, man, my mom, you hang, you them Stockholm. We were having a good time. I'm not gonna name names.
Yeah.
So we were having a good time. So because I went out with her having a good time, I was bullied for the first time by someone who I know. Someone called Madika Munyo on social media. Sagama, Hasma. I still have the videos, Fatou Badji. Sagama, Hasma. Bari siman. Just because Mune, I was a hypocrite being friend to the other person. So which I couldn't understand. Man nakala Fatou Badji di ñëwé suma dëkk ma entertain ko ñu ana dem town. How is that making me a bad person just because of ñeneen nit ñu ngi jotee and I have to be enemy with that person? No, you can't bully me just because two people are not talking and I'm afraid. Suñ bëggee def loolu Fatou Badji suñ seepee loolu rek benn xarit du desati biir Gambia because ñun ñëpp am nañ xarit yu nga xam ne kii du wax ak kii du wax ak kële. So first bully bu ma amoon second bully bi first bi was the audience second bi mooy kii mu nekk di dem round fu nekk platform mu nekk mu dugga fa nag ba pare nag mu toog si media bi di wax. I don't even know if she have a media or but she sat on her platform insulting me every day. And then she's mu jógee foofu mu start di dugga nag suma biir néeg bi say which she don't even have a clue. She knows nothing about suma biir néeg bi say bi. And because I am on social media, I talk about stuff that affects society. So people will run with it. Oh yeah, mu ngi toog fii di wax lu nga xam ne is affecting us in society when moom mooy the worst. And then it's like 70% of people that I know start, throwing stones, bullying me, sending me messages. At some point, I was scared to even check my messages on Messenger. So emut for a few months after, mu drag suma in-laws into something very silly based on this guy who came on Facebook, this saga my ex-husband. So bimo saga suma ex-husband and a friend of mine bimle na saga. So I think that somebody walk on ko hana yo dañ la fay pour nga def li. So that person couldn't the saga taxaw ne waaw dañ ma fay Fatmata ko ka suma yaay la moo ma fay. Come on, let's be realistic. If I'm paying someone to come and insult you, Fatou Badji, I'm paying you handsomely. You're not going to come and mention my name.
No,
so it doesn't make sense. Gambians run with that. I'm sorry, this is the first time I'm talking about it. It's
heavy and it's difficult.
It's very heavy. Because I'm a water on the I had to even take permission from my family because I'm a water on the invite me my interviews for neka, but yala mone yo tay bi salok la rek. And this is therapy for me. Maybe this is helping me to let go completely.
Yeah.
It's helping
me. And
I'm
sure after this you will feel lighter.
I'll feel lighter because it has been there.
Yeah.
Hamga. So boy bi wax lolu nonu. Oh, it's like the same girl kuma don di bully. And I still haven't responded to her. And I wadna ko si suma domi Fatou Badji. Duma ko musa respond because I only respond to people that I feel they are worth responding to. Until today, musta dega Fatmata ko kamune ni. And man daba de samangor. The fact ne muson dañu nek xarit man ma koku andon nañ place def nañ lu bari amna lu bari lu jaaroon suñ digante dina ko bay mu saga ba way ma duma musa ñu taxaw social media ma saga ken amuna defante nak ni ma gis ni defante rek la amun kuma gis sa xamne defante rek la amun waye man suma defante dafa different dafa civilized when I defante with you dama defante yow ci souf call sa telephone bi direct man wax bu amu telephone number tour ak santa I don't deal with those things so when you come on social media nga taxaw di saga suma ndey I will not respond to you I will cry because suma yaay deserve lolu suma siblings deserve lolu so she in the group am group am sibir group be so happen.
Yeah.
It happens to be my in-laws. I take this opportunity to greet all of them because they're the aunties of my kids and they're the uncles of my kids. Lu passe na problem amna li ci kanam lay xooluma li ci gannaaw tooguma fii pour ŋaañal leen parce que graduation dina am dama fay taseeg ñoom xew dina am damay taseeg ñoom doom yi kenn mënut a génnee suma santi doom yi ci ñoom doom yi ñoom ñoo leen jur so duma toog fi yaaxaleen but I was very disappointed because ñu ne ku la mun a yaaxa rek mooy ki la jege yow Fatou Badji tey ki nga àndal su taxawee mu ne Fatou Badji caga la boo nekku caga sa àddina yëpp gëm ko
That's right.
Surtout man nag waxatuma ki ma àndal man fi ma seyee lal gi ma tëdda ñooñu buñ génnee wax si man rek I was defenseless. I lost hope.
Danga helpless,
Dama helpless. Dama lose on hope. Because I felt wow, Gambian be knowing them at that moment. For the first time in my life, I wished I was a white person because the white people would have dealt with it differently. They would want to hear both sides of the story. But no, society, my people, never gave me the chance. Anytime I log onto Facebook, all I keep seeing is Fatmata Kokani, Fatmata Kokanele, Fatmata Kokanele. So many platforms, even guys with their platforms, the new different platform. Invite Ninyuma de saga, Punyu saga ma. Invite Ninyuma de has Punyu hasma. And what killed me, with all that, I kept strong. I kept going. But the moment, Lima Ray, what killed me at that moment is when I heard the audio, the same girl played the audio from my ex-husband. And my ex-husband said things about me. And that day, I felt, no. But I will take this opportunity to thank Fat Chantar because she was on the phone constantly with me. There was this girl called Fatou Jame. She was in my house, my family. And Ida Njai, Ida Boss, people keep asking me, how come? Ida Lum because she was there when no one was there. So when I heard my ex-husband's voice, that's when I felt, that's it. And then, Yala changed the narrative. Just because they heard my ex-husband's voice played live, I still have the audio, I still have everything. That's when people started saying, no, this is not on, it's not right. And that's what kept me going. And I want to remind people, when you're bullied, if you don't have the right people surrounding you, all you will think of is dying. Fatou Badji, for the first time, I will not lie to you. I was very low. Very, very low. I cannot even tell you today if I wanted to die, if I wanted to take my life, or if I just wanted to bury myself alive. I can't tell you. But what I can say is not responding helped me survive it. With all went on, the worst thing I did was going to Panderi because it was too much. Like Sadio said, when things are too much, you're human. Remember, I kept my cool. I didn't respond. I was quiet. I kept my cool until the case went to Panderi. Panderi. Until today, Fatou Badji. All these things I'm telling you, it's facts. They're there. And I can always play it for people to hear. Madam Si Panderi, I didn't know my in-laws were going to be there. I didn't know a lot of people were going to be there. I thought I was just going to be there. Because what happened is Panderi was talking about it. A friend of mine sent me a message and said, hey, yo nyungla japa si Panderi, Panderi te yola. Manela, Panderi is like that. So I didn't really take. So then I started getting so many phone calls. I don't have freedom. Until today, I'm a Freedom app or something. I don't listen to. I only get to hear what's going on Freedom when people tell me. man fuñ ma saagee wala fuñ ma toroxalee duma fa dee dem Fatou Badji.
Yeah.
Non duma dee tuutut suma bopp dama xam fu ma jógee. waaye panderi li yëpp maa ngi koo wax pour nit ñi ñu moytu.
Yeah.
I was so down. I was so down. I didn't know what to do. I felt I just needed to go and defend myself, and that was the wrong move. I got there. Voices all I keep saying is, look, I just want everybody to stay out of my marriage.
Yeah.
Leave me and my ex-husband alone. We have kids. Mum fa Fatou Badji waxuma fa sax lu passé loolu. Bàyyi leen ma maak suma ex jëkkër. Su ñooy juboo ji doo leen ko fekkee. Sëy moo mel noonu nit ki mun na laa def lu nekk ngeen toog 10-15 years time seen doom yi boolewaat leen ngeen juboo. So please stay out of it. And then they start sullying yaa budi woon suñ ndey yaa nii man Fatoumatta Coker duma dee dugga ci saaga ndey man fu ma grow up day doon saaga ndey man suma saagee ndey man la ne te nag dama jógee Banjul la suwaaf ku mun saaga ndey la. But I haven't got that time. Man dama dee wax ne I'm sexy and I don't want to ruin my sexiness.
And you're classy, you know, you're classy.
So if you wanna see yourself as being sexy and classy
and being a lady, you
and be a lady for me. Suñ la saaga doo tontu. Suñ la door sax doo feeku. All you need to do is walk away. I am too sexy to the extent that I have nothing against women that smoke cigarette, but I see it as unsexy. That's me.
Yeah.
I have nothing against them. Dama la wax rek li ma feel.
Yeah.
So bi panderi di wax ma ñëw dugga fa everybody that was on that platform that day was against me. All I could do was cry. Fatou Badji, because I invite Mota, I went back to my past.
Yeah.
I had to listen to all these audios and everything that was said about me on Pandemic and everything I said there. The Girim Awalamin Tam, she was on my Awalamin was on my number every minute.
Yeah, she's just mentioned it actually. She said she was on the phone all the time.
Every time people were there.
Yeah.
After pandemic, because my sister come up and there by for the first time Morocco. My family then tied. You don't just get up and do something. When I called my sister, I said, okay, you can go to pandemic. But be careful, just maintain your cool, which I did. Madam, talk for wua. Bimo wahesi pandemic. Next day, Fatou Badji. It's like the wall came down again. I thought going to pandemic would have relieved me.
Yeah.
But that's when I saw what was written. And Fatou Badji time.
Have a sip of water, my darling. Have a sip of water.
It's okay. But some water, while some break it, I wouldn't be able to come back. Let me just.
Sure. Munga pause. I really don't want to re-traumatize you, my dear.
No, it's okay. Ma living naka. After pandemic, then I saw articles. Fatou Badji, until today, that is pure bullying. The articles are there.
Yeah, yeah.
For the first time, it was so bad I cannot even hold a relationship. Everybody keep asking, say lo. But that article was there. Any God-given man, a good man, could you say family with this? And when you read things about Fatoumatta Coker, you probably wouldn't want to marry me.
Fatoumatta, I think I do want to stop you. I think I do want to, do take some water, please. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. Little ma indi ma don't selectly. There's a reason for it because there is more to bullying than Linde folk. You know, the impact is crazy. The impact is very dangerous, basically, because
it ruined a lot for me, Fatou Badji. It ruined a lot for me. It is there. They said stuff. They didn't know how it happened. They said so many stuff. Yalla rek moy ki may sédé. Yalla rek mo xam li dëgg ak li du dëgg. waaye ma jël ko sippa ko yàlla nag bàyyi ko si loxo yàlla. And then at that point now everybody thought I was going to take my life. And that's when my family came in, my sister. My names and names because it's like the whole family.
Yeah.
Fatou Badji, I cannot even tell you. I'll say this out loud. I cannot even tell you how I got to Gambia. Until today, I keep believing that maybe I was drunk. Buma hamsi luma neka, ben ma ega ba Gambia. I wake up and saw myself in Gambia. My father didn't stop, Munta stop. And I remember Aji came to me and we were talking about, she wanted advice on how to stay on social media. And I told her, Aji, people see me on social media, I talk, but damaragal social media. Fatou Badji, I don't idle on Facebook. If I tell you this, you will not believe it. I'm supposed to be on Facebook all the time, but I told Aji, damaragal social media because damaragal dem si platform, anybody's platform because damaragal me kay man lañu amé wax pour sakama. So this house was traumatizing me. Platform yu bari duma fa dé duga. Nekut ne bëgguma sétan sen platform yi, nekut ne layguma len. Why I still have in my head when I go to Fatou Badji's platform, there will be someone there to insult me. When I go to Amibella, there will be someone there to insult me. It traumatized me.
Yeah. Why Fatmata, wow. Yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult even listening to you. I can only imagine what you've gone through, and I'm deeply sorry that you've went through this. You bari ñu ngi comment fini that you are a strong woman, and for now we see that in you. Pour nga mëna dundal li ni yépp nga mëna tok ba tay bring your face on social media ba paré ngay jangal nit ñi. You are a role model to a lot of people. Te man xamna ne how ma details yi way xamna ne dunda nga dara because for now li prompt waxtaan bi ni yépp sax tay bima la gisé nga gëna ci ngay joy on social media. I felt it. It's like I can see that you are crying for, it's deeper than what you were crying for. Man loolu laa gis te fanaane tey suñu waxtaan bi wone na loolu noonu ba pare wone na ñun doomi aadama yi naka lañ dee mën a torox using this internet pour ñu toroxal nit ki in so much so that ne you know pour mu am jëkkër sax you know it can be difficult. You know, pour mu socialize xoolal yow fu mu nekk ñu ngi gis sa kanam bi all the time on Facebook thinking that oh she's very confident, but there is something inside eating you up, you know. So li tax ma indi la is for people to learn. I knew that it would be difficult moo tax it bëgguma nga go too much deeper, but I really appreciate the fact that ne bold up nga pour nga wax ko rek is being strong. I'm sure ne tey so today you would sleep, there will be a heavy load that is uplifted te ñu bari ñoo ko nekk di dunda Fatmata, like what you are living right now ñu bari dunda nañ ko. I'm sure ne Sadio can relate, Aji can relate, and Amibella can relate as well, and people are giving you lots of love and hearts, and you know our Lamin, everybody is saying how strong you are. And you wax la rek ne I think ne by now people should know the type of person you are. Pour yaaxal nit dafa yomba, especially sa kanam bi su nekkee on social media pour yaaxa nit comme li nga wax la so close ak nit mu génn si wax anything about you whether it's true or not, there would be dina yaaxa xel ñu ne seetaane dafa yaaxa xel, you know nit ñi dinañ foog ne there is an element of truth because yéena doon ànd wala danga close on ak moom. Waaye wax nga fii nii leena lu important te dina welcome Amibella si platform bi. Fatmata, I would really like you to take some water and just calm down a little bit before ngay dellu si waat. Yeah, Ami, Fatmata said something really important about supporting friends that were supportive. You know, wax na fi ñoom Fathiam Tar ak ñoom Awal Lamin and a lot of Aida Boss, a lot of other people who were there for her, like ñooñu ñu ngi woon si telephone beeg moom all the time. And I just wanted you, because I know that you've also talked, and yow yaa aji yëpp sax, you've talked about, you've supported somebody when Aisha Gambia was bullied online. I think Aji Fatou did a video, you know, in support, showing solidarity, being there for Aisha, even though I that she doesn't, they don't have that close close relationship. And you also, Ami, always talk about society's role in supporting victims or survivors of cyberbullies. You know, so I would want you to touch a little bit on that. I mean, yeah, for Molly, like, why is it important for society to support, close friends to support when you are in situations like this? And welcome.
Thank you so much, Fat Baji. Assalamualaikum, everyone. Malena ni kunega si Central Accent Center. Di jégalu nag bu baax a baax a baax dama mix up with the time moo taxit ma late. Waaye di gërëm ñëpp di sant ñëpp ñuy seetaan ba pare di gërëm suñ sisters yi nga xamante ne te ñu leen ñu bokk si waxtaan bu nga xamante ne am na solo lool. Ndeysaan di masaw Fatoumatta Rahman Kuka because seetaanuma everything léegi nii laa dugga ma fekka Fatoumatta mu ngi waxtaan mu ngi share experience bu nga xamante ne am na solo trop di ko masaw ak ñëpp ñoo xamante ne façon li dal na leen because dafa traumatizing the consequence bi tamit du dee em ci kooku noonu but it can affect the entire family and the entire society. So moo tax nag tey ñu am waxtaan bi am na solo trop comme Fatou Badji just going back to loo doon laajte rek you know the importance of having family around you comme li su happen comme like I said façon situation bi su la dalee du yow rek la di affect dafa affect sa doom mi dafa affect sa brothers sa sisters ñoo xamante ne they are your loved ones because loo xamante ne naxar la te yaa ngi koo dunda il faut ñu feel ko fu mu jaar foog ñu feel ko rek yaa ngi ma understand konte nag yow soo amee façon lu mel ni nga ngi go through all this trauma because situation bi is like holistic la di affecté depuis physically doo dee mun a lekka doo dee mun a you know yaa ngi psychologically mentally you know socially you become more you know financially also so léegi yow if you become somebody ko xamante ne affect na la ba tax nag mun la isolate law the only people that you can go to is your loved ones ñoo xamante ne they will be there for you you know su naxare ñu they're there for you bu neexee they're there for you yaa ngi ma understand so that can also restore that person's you know health and well-being because at the end of the day like I said you are affected holistically they ñoom being there for you you know loolu am na solo trop te du nekkul ne sax just your family member but Fatoumatta Rahman wax na fi lu am solo mooy xaritam yi wala ñoo xamante ne dañ ko dee seetaan ñu ko nawle those people you know were there for her te loolu mashallah loolu di ko rafetlu lool te this is what we need instead of adding more burden on that person we need those people around you pour ñu mën na uplift because ñu ne benn doomi aadama yoo kenn mënuloo dem you need those people around you su ko defee society bi mën a flourish waaye su fekkee ne you are somebody ko xamante ne dem nga through that trauma léegi you don't have anyone around you wala you have certain people ñoo xamante ne they are adding more burden on your life then da nga gis ne society bi lu ñoo wax rek duñ dem fenn so konte am friends family members around you loolu am na solo trop.
Thank you. Thank you. Mased, Aji, do you want to add anything or Sajo?
Man li ma bëgg a add rek mooy I don't even know, like watching Fatoumatta crying and all of that. I'm so emotional, but it's just crazy. And knowing like what she went through, you can just picture yourself being in that position. Like me, I always say I'm a support worker. Basically, every day I support the homeless people to give them places to live. And you see mental health people that are mentally down with different mental health issues, with relationship breakdowns. It could be anything. Like I gave them a place to sleep, basically. Everyone, they all have to meet me weekly for 1 hour and they talk about their issues. Like Ami Bella was just saying, kunyo dama put tissue paper most of the time. A box of a tissue paper because there is where someone is telling you what they went through their whole life. And I used to leave work, and it used to affect me as a human being mentally because I was surrounded with people that are mentally down every day, 12 customers, 11 customers. Like let's say with Fatmata, man, I take myself back to what happened to me. Maybe when people, this is, okay, I will take it back further. There was a time this lady was bullied on Facebook.
Yeah.
From her name is her naked pictures were out. I can't remember the lady, but it was about politics. She lives somewhere in with the lady with the hot short hair, Kidia Kotu, all the time. I don't know her name.
I know her name. Yeah, I know.
There was a time you bully her on Facebook. Ma just need gainer this solidarity with her, and baram pare put the video bi ma call ko. Bi ma ko call what I said to her moy num to the killer one num to the aji fanta manako. You guys wouldn't believe if I was the one that was bullied at that moment of time, I would have committed suicide. Why I called this lady was at that moment of my life, I was mentally down. I was emotionally down. I didn't know what my life was about. I was lost. I was not talking to anyone. They must shut on down from my family, from my friends, from everyone close to me. Everyone was calling me. I was not picking. So I just you bully someone like that. I had to call the person there. This video boom def lift up my spirit because at that moment of time, if someone bully, but one bit, I would have killed myself. Okay, when my issue with social media is, I do what I love. If I'm down, the first thing I think about is putting a camera in front of me and do a video. By the end of that video, my emotions are lift up, my spirit is lift up. Small parents video, matida small call out of them a newborn person. Madam mentally down. I contact my ex-husband because he's always there. If I say I'm not okay, he will say, "What are you doing? What topic do you have in mind? Go and do a video." People don't know why some of us most of the time comes out to social media because it's kind of a therapy for us. When I talk to you, talk to me, I talk to Amibella or Sadio is in the comments and writing something and writing jokes and sending the hearts. It makes you feel happy. It's like you're then again a packet and a new person. Man, before some seen be know on social media about that Mandinka video. Could you believe? For the first time, people don't know what they do to people. People don't know the wrong buttons that they press in people's lives. Man, I have diabetes type 2. With diabetes type 2, some mood swing they them up and down, especially with the tablets that I take. So right now, I'm happy. The next moment, I'm lost. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to Amibella. I don't want to talk to Sadio. I don't want to talk to anyone. Even if my mom calls, I won't pick because I'm not in the mood to talk to anybody. So I lost my dad in 2012. I don't like talking about my dad. I don't like watching. Can I tell you this, Man, do not set some of a picture. I don't like seeing it. I don't like going anywhere that I will see it. I just want to be blinded from my dad, the image and everything, because it takes me freaking back to the last moment I saw him before I said bye-bye to him. Before I lost my dad, Delma said took a week, but he was really, really sick. At some point, my ex-husband was stopping me from seeing him because I live with memories of things. Do they fade away? And each time I go back, like I have a flash of it, it affects my life. So it tells you that I'm dealing with something. So my brother had to say, "Did you go visit my dad?" Manako, no. Luta Manako, I don't know, but I didn't go because Bukuma won the last moment of seeing him to stick with me for the rest of my life. So he had to say, "Mangi joge ko o pasise, hamna hamga pasise telling more." He was my dad's best friend. Pur munyanal ko no pami because my father for sona torap from nek. Okay, my brother said, "Go and see your dad before he says goodbye." I went to see my dad. Basically, when I went to see my dad, I know my dad as a huge, like, passing, like this and that and that. I went in my dad's bedroom. I saw it's like a freaking newly born baby lying down there. And I looked at him. All I could see was him.
Aji. It's okay. Aji. Jelando. Kosanga jelando. Buguma, hey, man, oh, it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult.
No, people need to know that we go through things behind closed doors.
Yeah.
So when I saw this old man lying down there, could you believe that my sister be my sister bin I'm gonna come you.
Yeah.
mu yu mu way dem na dafa wax loolu dafa fekkoon maa ngi toog suma toogu saal bi di joy when everyone was crying about my dad I couldn't talk to anyone because man suma melu man I shut down. I said this on most of my videos. Dama dem suma wanag bi ma toog fa everyone was looking for me. I was lost. I didn't even know if I had to come back from work mu génn ma si wanag bi man gis nga fi ma téye si bunte armoire bi comme armoire bi hangi armoire bi pour ubbi ko fi ma téye foofu noonu foofu laa téye ku nekk di wax bàyyi ko waaye I couldn't leave it. So because of the fact that, like Amibella is saying, we don't open up with some of these things. When these things happen, that's why therapy is needed and counseling. Man, when this happened, I've never spoke to any of my family. Like, okay, this is what the death of my dad did to me. I kept quiet about it. I don't want to see his pictures. I don't want to talk about him. When that Father's Day come, that every Father's Day, 3rd of February, I don't talk to anyone. But no matter last February, I went Instagram and Father's Day. I needed someone to talk. Boys hate when you get sit and feed. I was there and I was crying. They were babysitting me, bull joy, because it reminds me of everyone sending Father's Day in my life. Dama dee talk ma xalaat ne okay dama bëgg a liggéey weer bi dee ma yónnee suma pa xaalis maa ngi bëgg a suma pa ma may ko li and people don't get this. People deal with different things differently in their life. Sometimes I feel like I need a man in my house, in my life. I don't want to just talk to my mom. Sometimes I want to talk to my dad. So a friend said to me, everything that you want to say to your dad, type it on a text message and send it in a random message. So people see you and say, okay, if mom they say I'm a bad problem. No, you have issues.
You're superwoman, girl.
You're not. You're just strong. So could you believe, 2012 la day. So from 2012, I've never opened up to this. I told Safi once and she said, you need counseling. I used to call my sister and say, I miss my dad. And I would cry and she would say, stop it. And I used to call my mom and she would say, stop it. You know how Africans would do. So I tried, no. So the week before I was bullied on social media, the Fafeka man done them counseling for the first time since 2012. Because what happened is, at some point, my dad's dead. Because of the lockdown, lockdown, the coronavirus, I was not going to work because I'm type 2 diabetes. I'm one of the vulnerable people that they had to send home and said, okay, you're high risk. You need to stay home. For the fact that I was at home working, all I was thinking about is my dad. I want to talk to this. I want to tell my dad this. I want to tell my dad, where is he? I want to talk to him, this and that. So I was literally lost. I went mentally down. So you send out my league for 3 days at work, 2 days at home. So when I went to work, nekuma di cope at work. So my manager had to call me for a supervision and said, something is wrong. What's wrong with you? My experience, my manager, this is what I'm going to do. And she was like, how comes you never went for therapy or counseling? Manako, I don't know. Manako, because maybe I'm from Africa and Gambia and I don't believe in some of those things. I don't believe in mental health. I don't know. And she was like, you deal with mental health people every day. Manako, but I believe I'm too strong to be mentally down like that. And this lady had to send me for counseling and work had to pay for my counseling. Could you believe? And this counseling, like Amibella,
and that's saying, the week you had, and a week after, that's when you had the bullying.
Week after my counseling was finished, I went for counseling for 6 weeks. Within these 6 weeks, they have to call me every freaking day and ask me 10 questions. And these questions I have to answer every day before counseling will start. And one of them is, have I ever thought of committing suicide? Have I ever thought of doing self-harm? Do I have people in my life to talk to? What do I love doing? These are very important things. And the lady was like, Manako, I love doing videos and stuff. If it makes you happy, keep doing it. Do you have friends? And then I had this guy friend, Mams, he lives in Gambia. He used to call me, tease me, and other. After Manako, I have someone that makes me happy. Munawa burlila on too much on him, Tammy, because when he is gone, it will bring you back to that thingy, that feeling that you've lost him. He should have been there. What I'm telling people is, you might see Aji on the internet. She is so strong. She's dealing with things strongly. But behind closed doors, sometimes the reason why I do these videos is because they lift up my spirit. It's because they make me forget some of the things that I go through. Man, what even happened to me? I was saying, do bully. It's just because we Gambians, we are so quick to say ne nii la demee nele la fa demee so waaw comme que nii la fa demee nii la ko traité ba du ko defaat no
they did bully la one sa aji because it's spreading rumors they were spreading rumors and gossiping and that's bully and it was a repetitive action so xam nga nekkutoon a one off it was something that was going on and on
it was something man they did videos for me 2 days man dañ ma bully saaga ma about depuis 8 or 9 ba 2 o'clock si guddi man I think ne with bullying man rek lañ musa defala loolu ndok man dañ ma saaga ba
2 break record because
man ma break record bi man they insulted me ba 3 si guddi ba pare si Alexi because so many people reported the video si Alexi ñu continue waat so like Fatmata was saying, some of these things, it's a program you invite and we need to open up to this. It's not that we're taking it back for it to happen again. But man, I'm one of the lucky people on the internet. Man, can musud ma message mu bulima wala musaga ma on the internet because man dama de wax ne man so ma gisee xëj na si internet bi nga ma gis sax nga saga ma but real life man am na yoo xam ne seexoo ma ko ni sa ba nit di génn a wax man buñ ma doon bulli si live show bi ñu bari dañ call ku nekk daf doon laajte moom mooy kan moom mooy kii moom mooy télé people didn't even freaking know me but mun nañu assume di wane they said so many things about even my mom's thingy suma wuji yaay so at the end of the day man buñ ma doon bulli because man dama nekk koo xam ne man dama ñaaka jom waaye dama bari kersa so man suma bulli loolu moo ma si dimbali because man buñ ma doon bulli suma nephew moo ma ko send and he said, don't speak, don't say anything, don't come out. So what I wanted to do is, when I was sent this thing, I went there and I saw a number. So my ex-husband called me and said, don't you dare say a word and don't you dare come out. But man, I
spoke to you as well. I spoke to you when we chat about it a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about it, Man, I always say ignorance is the answer for a fool. I wouldn't have even come out to join someone's foolishness to talk rubbish and help you out. Because man, I feel if I do, the tension will be very hard. Tell like Famata would say, people should know the feel kufine nga yar sa bopa nula nehe. Feel kufine nga wah nula nehe. Feel kifini ken dahu fi ken saga. Ken genu fi yara dekudnit. Ken genu fi bucha tekudnit. Fi ken genu fi muna budinday. Man suma wahe ñu bari dañ ma da nga dega olof. Man magama yar. My mom is 83 to 84. Man suma yaay olof la te wa.
Mami wa sa yaay de man suma wujala bu ko fi wax.
Man suma yaay olof la te wa ba ñu la. Su dee la kala dega na ko, su dee olof la dega na ko. Understand lu ma mean? Why man I felt like my bullying was some like you know what someone feeling comme ma wax dara boromam gis ci bopam instead of mu wax ne dama ci gis suma bopam mu génn ne man de kii lu wax dama ci gis suma bopam déedéet dafa a full tribe so nga a full tribe ne okay aji de laikud mandinka if yo xam nga de man si sosé la judo si sosé la yaro so ne laikud mandinka rek dafa mel ni yaangi on dirani nit pour ñu ñëw saga koku legi yaangi invite people nit and these people that you're inviting they haven't gone there to look for facts and find out what really is happening. So when you do that, but for the Gambian BF, we are so quick to jump to conclusions. Adilila def. The next thing you should know is the first investigation. Nga run out si suuf landa fan la hapune nga know the root of the problem. We don't go to dig deeper. Tay Ami Bella su ñëwé na mané F Badji mom nga xamné ni da nga yota soy dem ci Sadio nga né Ami Bella de mo né F Badji ni Sadio tam mo né wa mom non la mel parce que aji wax na mako F wax na mako ama Ami wax na mako. This is how we take people on. We don't go because tay Ami lu ma wax ci F rek mama yow close ngeen rek dama né okay ñom ñaar close lañ moy dégg ci F. Nit dafa sosal nit. Nit tay suma bëgg
sos bi sax bully la. Sos bi ñu né definition ni bully bi sos bi sax bully la because dafa diffam character jambul mu ngi yaxa reputation ni jambul so waxee loo xam ne du dëgga loolu noonu bully la aji xaaral ma jël Sadio tam because I've got like 15 missed calls fii nii ñu bari ñu ngi bugg a dugga te xam naa ne we've been sat here for a while now te Fatmata moom ta dafa bugg a dem wante Sadio malum foy dafta ka fem fo do mandi ka kangola fanan ñu membe kedin comme support ñeng and how much you guys can take, because Fatmata ifendol for jamea along kumaya tabaki ako atol fana muhade madingolti and near more pus ya pus fast and better marajola aka kole ya mari bulo kono. So I fem for janga party tata full time or the time me along ko amalo fa lafta ka fam fa bang for alafta ka balule ya long ka balu sifa can live the life like that ate me along ko dimbaya babula koleata and ngal nete fanang ya sifa experience le saying ite Minnesota ka fo reaction on a side nyinto because Fatmata ko ate beginning nyinto aya nyaka sile and a lot of times mulka will advise come ikana don't give them the positive or negative energy. You don't give bullies positive or negative energy, but because imu hada madingolti sometimes foi fanang it akadungi la so much so that foi se fenke. So new think akatinya roke because I tell an example I mean di kabata Freedom newspaper adiamuta je we cool gena waja bindile it didn't get any better. Say ite be Minnesota la ka wala fa atela kuma kan just mbadi mandin call fa ne wodula ñu faham de mandi.
Okay, mba fola Fatmata Rahman Kuka ala story very sad. Aduntan nale as muso because niketa musoti molbe yalon futuo be nyame. Saka mol yalon futuo fanan deheta nyame. Saka mol yalon futuo fanan kata indo la side abi deheta nyame. And unfortunately intol Gambianol mbete bari majority of us ni moye ku killing for rek nka believe ala le. Mbuka investigation okay kaji ko nye nyu fole fodi nyimbe wala nyama bang. Mbuka okay ntol most of the time because nim fatu baji diata wala nim fatu baji nyole long nim fatu ni sajo ko tende fatu baji fana bafula ko ha wala mo wala nim fatu baji ko tende sajo fana bafula ha wala mo woto atela story wala yagina dimindi ba pare fana mi yagi fana atela story fana mi yagina dimindi fana secondly wala musolo keo ise funti ye keo buli ise funti ye keo kia ibuka mo fa ya fo keo chagole muiti yale ibuka fo Tagobe aka point musoleto into la society wali agina dimbi ke wasatara feala ke wasatara musu jamal feya kan na parta sta dindi mere nyini ay wo futu society ta stigmatize la
me kuntu fangsajo bari ntolla society we don't accept a strong and successful woman ni is successful ta is strong ta is successful ta wofulo ni e bole together is either ya foko e mucha golti ni do ko to ke wala dila ye fanne wafi wala na nyinketa so that woman mentality nyim fana ngamre wo kuma ya ta ka point out
ba pare yena fana atela ko nga fa nyama atata fututa wala gina diminta because na ko ma ya fa nyame article min safeta je pour que on ça ni la na la taka pour champ pour ka futu asa futu ninte wotumo fo man ka jiko ya jele so ateta wala gina dimita je bari tangot ate funtita nan ayafo baraka min foten kulon hante fama mi yalon tenga balule maybe intela side ma balu futu karola katunte alaye mako man futu Gambia noe man futu Gambia noe bunto la mentality kewol ali mbala la manke komi ko nga Gambian kewol le doyandi bari na Gambian mostly na kewol ke mira nyame because of the society they were brought up in anin jang ko ta nyam manke kilinti jang ni ko wandi musoy ko mu chagoleti kewo ka jele ko ni kon ke na muso mu chagolti bante na be jande lungolung anin ke buka diama anin ke bukata anin ke bukata so ni ko chagolo mu bula fayda kumolti rek ya understand bari ni Gambia fango ni ko muso e chagolo e ba fala ko he ya moyle ko karim chagoleti so aka min foten ntenga barule doko wala site nte fananta dimita numba bari komiko ajiya fo nyame ni funtita banta in the public the way people perceive you ike jele as a very strong person but deep down within you ika sile sometimes ita fawela bonto ina jola because buni mu feneti mi yalonko ake affect le emotionally ake affect le in all aspects of life ni me hakelo do fang as a stress o dila ni me hakelo do affect put into depression ntenga balule ntela on doku dulato nte kewal yente bulile kilinte fulate sabat kabrin lota pour kan na right fight wotumole yembay kabri yambay fango imandang bayoto de kilimbe kono mi yalon ko woyenta batande aka fonte aka fumole ko ntemu psychiatric patient neti Fatou Badji wajube de at some point in everybody's life people get mental breakdowns whether it is anxiety whether it is depression it is common within us because sometimes most dingosoto that post-traumatic depression abijele post-pregnancy pregnancy depression o fanam bijele wo be kastole sometimes fanan doku dula don teta doku dula le wodinna because I was bullied every time ni nata do ko lan ka follow ko what is the next story katu muna keta foke nani be wol ye be ente surround le nte da mala musulti nu je mi yalon ko mu gamelo community instead of him empower manke e kam bully la because of maybe lafta ka ngake nyame make wala nyama because bully is always like that nim moke bully a laftale certain way of ite maya nyame atekang imantara wala accept kang so he or she end up bullying you I am miracle na ye bully ite you will subdue to him or her this is the perception of bullies. You understand? And that's it. Ke worke nani yem bully yem baneni, kam baneni, kakul funye. Barin keta moti yalo mol fatatale. Ika dol jelende san wol they are very weak-willed. Nte nak ala yen danya me wax dega na yalo birin dindi nte ko jatale. Nte ka wofole. Nienje from the outside you think I'm a very quiet person, but nte from the inside also ni sita muka chalalti bari muku kukirim fana ala yen sola. I am very strong-headed. Janintenga breakdown aka time ta bakel nte boka breakdown that much. It's true. Sometimes I can sit in my home, I can cry. I'm a human being. I can cry to myself to sleep. I do that because at some point in my life it happens to me. I used to cry myself to sleep. Time moment na yung bully yung bondi, especially time moment na ika fo mol yeko mol ka message or kinye ka fo nyeko nte mo psychiatric patient neti. Just because I was diagnosed with anxiety, I was admitted in hospital in and out for 2 months. Instead of it a medical certificate, confidential medical certificate, the milla, when you protect, well, they are using that against you. I think for Matarahman Koka for a story jelly. Na own boss, I am a medical certificate. I keep for Matarahman Koka, I have mental breakdown. Mandang water. Mil for man la fikat nte tol fola because man na jam pour ka mo kajafi man na jam pour ka all wounds dig but nata janne pour to relieve some of things inside us to make people to be aware ko bullying is real and it can affect you.
I thank
this is
you.
why
Thank
we are
here. Thank you. I guess ne from what you've said, from what I just said, and Ami and Fatmata, I guess ne at this point that we are talking now, I'm sure people who are watching or who would watch later would know that bullying is real. It's deeper than what we see. It's not just the face value. So when somebody's out talking on social media, as you said, they might be carrying a lot of things, and social media might actually be a therapy. This is what Ami Bella says all the time. Social media is a therapy. But I know this conversation today is not going to be easy. We probably would grab some tissues and cry. And you know, there is something about crying. Crying is not just therapy. If you're a strong person, you cry. It's okay to cry. I always say that. Like I cry like a baby. It's okay to cry. And I'm going to come back to Fatmata because I do want people to realize the realities of life, okay, what people are living. Fatmata wakafine bulibi tahna affect na sa relationship. Okay. So buga nata minga duga a little bit into a relationship, like a love relationship, a relationship, aksa dorm. How did this whole thing affected that? You know, after midhamnane you've recovered. It looks like you have. Correct me if I'm wrong. Buga nanga jangal ñu nakanga recover ye tamit. Ndax dem nga counseling. Nakanga def bet talk fi nga nekk ni tay di run Elite Media. Buga nanga duga si lolu. So gisi mala lekte lolu. I'm sure you would cry again, and we can all cry with you. It's okay. But dama buga rek nit ñi comme ni ma ko waxee ñu xam ne lii ñu ko dunda it's real. It's not something that we are making up. Pour ñu jàng si ba pare tamit ñu stop because so man su ma ko waxee xëy na du leen gaay duñ ko yëg comme yow si sa bopp yow mi ko dunda soo ko waxee. So yeah, let me allow you to explore that part.
Okay, thank you. In terms of relationship, the flood damage. Buba do money damage nankasa. Flood damage buba. I'm lucky now. When it comes to love, I am very lucky that I get to meet very good men. But why unfortunately, it's live. Some men come with their agenda because you sit on Facebook, they see you beautiful and they feel you're very outspoken. You know, that lolo mo len ci neex. They don't see you as the married material. They don't see you as the mother figure. They see the feistiness in you or the strongness in you or ñeneen ñi sax dañoo ñëw bëgg a nekk ak sax pour fight the other guy ne alright kii lii la lose dinaa ko woon xam nga. And if you're bullied so much, you're so low in your life, if you're not careful, you'll end up with the wrong person when it comes to relationships. In my case, I wouldn't go deep down on relationship, but in my case, it was tough. Because remember, the people that started the bullying were my in-laws. So I would be scared to start a relationship. I started relationships. I get to a relationship and I couldn't handle it because all I could see is the same thing. And it wasn't fair. I take this opportunity. It wasn't fair on the guy that I did that. I'm not a very, dama buga nit. Why mu ega si stage bunga hamne? I block in-laws. I don't do in-laws anymore. I'm sorry to say this. Te man xam naa ne say su si in-law yi bokkut rek say boobu du dee dox. But si stage bu ma nekkoon dama block in. When you tell me call my sister, it's like you're telling me to end the relationship. When you tell me let's get married, people who know me, ñu ma xam bu baax xam nañ ne I've turned down many marriages. Maybe from the same guy or maybe from, people who just get up and say they want to marry you. Very good people in society.
Yeah.
But I felt, and this is the important part, Fatou Badji, I felt I have to forgive myself. I have to heal first before I go with my package into any marriage. But the man standing there will not see that. Dafa gis nak ne kii bugut sey, dafa buga fo. Fekk xamut ne yow yang ko try pour won ko ne ko buguma duga ci li suma ci duggé te parewuma. So it affected me. I have recovered from all except that one because ba legi dama dey ragal, dama dey tiit, dama dey dem be stage bu nga xamne dama dey wane. I don't think I ever want to get married to a Gambian guy again because suma
legi fu mu nekk ni amuloo boyfriend, amuloo far.
Fatou Badji dama la tontu loolu ini nga ma jox naa la exclusive ba pare dama nangu loolu.
Because man xam naa ne ñu bari ñoo la dama dee seetaan sa live bi te ñu bari dañ dee laajte na am nga fa te dañ dee jàllaf area boobu noonu wax yu rek na am nga na amuloo.
Pour wala Lena.
Wow.
Because I sit on Facebook and because I am very bubbly and because I'm out there, but I'll tell you one thing. When it comes to relationship, I'm very, very private. So you will never get that from me, whether I have a boyfriend or not. No. I think little maton to la lolu nga baral mako. Fag na ne seyo na be pare am na ay dom and I don't think it will be right to come here. Ñaka jom la ci man may tok di wa waxi far. So bes mo amé jëkkër you'll be the first to know. I will say all right, kila don't date and now finally alhayri bi ñëw na. How about that?
Am na ñu wax ne waxal de ñu ne Fatmata waxal. No, I get it. Wow. I get it. So, yeah.
Well, I wonder how li num yahe tay living, and then I become very defensive in a relationship. Like you meet a nice guy, they take you holidays, they do everything for you, they want to get married to you, they want you to be settled and everything, and then the minute they mention marriage, like it's like, I say to myself that I'm the runaway bride. I run as fast as I can. Because I'm like, all right, what are you going to do next? I see my in-laws, in other in-laws. I see the same man in people.
Yeah.
Xam nga ñun mistake boobu lañ dee def ñun as jigéen. Su sey bi tassé dañ dee gaaw dugga ci beneen te fekk healuñ.
Yeah.
And that's when things will go wrong.
Yeah.
Is it the same still for you? Are you still having that same feeling right now? Because
not anymore, but I'm still very careful, and that is wrong because carefulness be na mama fe tek na dina fi yaga duma say because I'm being very, very careful because it's like all the bullies, all they made me saw was I was wrong, and it got to a stage, Fatou Badji, I felt yes, it's true, I'm the one who is wrong.
That's you started self-blaming yourself.
Self-blaming, that's what bullies do to you. You start blaming yourself. You know, you see all positive to be negative. You see all positive to be negative. And you ask about my my daughter. When this happened, she was only like 17. She was getting to 17. Can you imagine a teenager? It was very hard on her. And kuma ham rek dang ma gis ak suma dom, nga gis naka lañ émé ma mom. We do a lot of stuff together. Dama nekon si gatché. Even the stuff they wrote about me is not true, but I was ashamed to face my child. I was ashamed. And I kept so much secret in me. Yo xamne until bébé ëllëg kenn du musa xam the reality. Man la suma ex jëkkër ak yàlla rek ak ay mbokam wala suma mbokk rek ay xam. For my daughter to go on the internet and read stuff, but my daughter is very strong, Fatou Badji, and that's how I healed. She reads stuff and I said, Mommy, nini den dof. These people are crazy. Look at what they wrote about you. If only they know the truth. See, that kept me going. And I said, if my daughter is strong about this, why can't I be strong? You know? The madam talk, my whole, Fatou Badji, it was bad to the extent that I was so scared, even scared in my own house. I was scared of my own house. I remember, I'm not time where this is my life. I will wake up. The guy I'm with knows that. I'll wake up in the middle of the night. I'll take my kids, bring them to the living room. I think Nina Dambel, she knows about this. I'll bring my kids to my living room. I think and I will not sleep all night. I'm sitting there watching my kids, thinking that the bullies are gonna come from me to kill me and my kids. And the man talk, the watchman to my dorm. I didn't know why I was doing that. Until suba, ñu ew ma yóbbu leen school. Ñu dem school, ma ñëw, ma try pour nelaw. It was hard.
It's been really difficult.
Yeah, but
really difficult to live like that.
Yeah, and I've lived like that, and I keep coming back on Facebook. But when I come back, Fatou Badji, you know, in my days of modern deaf modeling, when I was in UK, the first rule, the first thing they taught us when you're going on the runway is never to look at the people that are sitting. You always have to look above the head. And that's how I survived it. When I come on Facebook.
That's how you focused.
Yeah. When I come on Facebook, people were thinking that I was looking at you, like I was looking at them. I was not. Yeah. I was not looking at comments. I was not looking. That's why it has never driven me to think about followers, because I didn't even know how many people were watching. They focus on something like. And none la couldn't do they know at Facebook. They were. You know, when I come to Facebook, yes, it was therapy for me. For the first time, I would say that. It was therapy for me because the very first time, the very first time I came on Facebook, suma privacy living, I'm gonna public, suma stage. Yeah. Why the first time I see that video, my new Facebook. This time I'm private because I was scared, thinking they know this, they know that they you know, they have made up their mind about me.
Yeah.
So I'm go private, and when I did it private, and then I went back to watch that video, so many people shared it, so you see that showed me love, and then I started now blaming myself for the second time. Why did I really let these people get to me?
Yeah.
I started asking, now I'm asking myself these questions. Why did I really let people get to me that badly?
You started gaining your power back.
Yeah, I started gaining.
Yeah, because not like the angel power be away from you, and then they're in control.
I'm not kind of see bully. Kuma has still. I think I have the videos anyway, but maybe it's not there. Maybe lock name for that. Has been there. Dafa ñaka jom. Kul mom li bo len ko defé sax dina still ñëwaat face ni melni dara xewut.
Yeah.
Lima ñakalo jom moy ne there were people that still believed in me, Fatou Badji.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people that felt this was wrong. But you will still have the odd hypocrites that will come to you and say something and then go the other side and say something. You'll have that.
Yeah.
But then the maga wanna pick up. Nima feel on ne, they are here, they are there. Magala na pick up. So when they send me messages, I don't read it. When they call me, I hardly answer. Or if they caught me by surprise and I have to answer, I will answer and then tell them ne, suma domi fi mange def li mange def lele. Ma dodge ko. You asked me about counseling. No, I didn't.
Okay.
And I'll be honest with you, I should have.
I thought so, yeah.
Like Aji said, see, now that's why when I talk on Facebook, I keep telling people ne, man jangu kaila si man chisuma bopa jangu kaila. Now from today, maybe people will look at me differently and now they'll understand. I think this will give a lot of people the definition of Fatmata Kokana and my mission and why I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm happy that I'm on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah. I am happy too. I think a lot we are learning. We are learning, even the people on the panel here, because I never knew you went through it. You know, and you all, I think you all touched on something that very vocal and strong. You are carrying your own baggages at home. So it's really important for people to kind of have a feel. Why you have a feel of what you live. And Fatmata, you are getting so much love. Everybody basically here that you get one day you are a very strong person. They were there with you. Why point out the counseling, which is important for people to make use of, because when I'm on Facebook, when don't join the first message one of the ideas I have was for us Facebook personalities to have a counseling session.
Yeah.
And maybe you have group supervision, because as a group, why can't individuals going through?
I didn't go to counseling, and I should have done.
Yeah. Okay.
When I was being bullied, it was written on many pages and many platforms that xam nga daf dee naan tablets dafa nit pour dem jëli tablets sami xam nga wéru dafa dof dafa nit pour dem jëli. So when even bu happening si Sadio sa I could relate, and that's why Sadio's case bi ñi ma ko daan di wax sax bugatuma ko dégga, but because the minute in the mental issue rek I felt ne, all right, you feel that I am mental, you feel Sadio is mental, what have you done to help me? That's how I see things.
Yeah.
So dañ ko doon binda Fatmata Koka dafa dof daf dee naan pil sami akli. Fatou Badji, I have never taken anti-depression tablets in my life. I'm a very strong person. I can be weak. We're all weak. We can all be weak. But I am a very strong person. There are certain things you have so happiness in my life. People think that lima dal Facebook more the worst that could have ever happened in my life. I've never said that. Why? It's one off. I'm not yena nyuma dunda you gonna meet it, and I overcome.
Yeah.
I think Nina Dambe duma buy my friend, Awalami duma buy my friend, Fat Chamta duma buy my friend. I can cry the whole night, and then I will wake up in the morning, put my makeup on, and come on Facebook and talk about an issue.
We've seen that, Fatmata, but best being done joy for nursing one sitting like is not dosa week def makeup be or see Alex sitting and your diwatan.
Yeah, because I
saw that.
Support system. There are certain people in my life, only three. You know how when these things happen, I'll go to them, I'll cry, they'll listen to me cry, they'll tell me off, some will show me love. But the mix like you know what, let me that's my own thing, because I cannot fail people. So my feel if you're gonna sit there and say that I have mental issues, you as a woman, bully, some more bully, my caricature. I used to go on their videos and watch it, and then Nilaran toge fatu ba dilen setan my joy. Madega lunyo wasiman. I'm like, for real? You jigenga? Yange jur. Yo, sufekene Fatu Badji dafa mentally ill. As a community, you dika nasaran. yaay nekk fi papa nekkut fi ñun ñoo fi war a nekkalante soo déggee Fatoumatta Coker dof na demal bunti këram comme que Fatoumatta Coker am na njaboot nga seet ko tey dinaa la firi lu tax may dee wax loolu because dama ko dunda dama fi dëkkaa ñu bari biir yatu bari ñu ne dégg nañ ne dof naa gisuma kenn ku ñëw fëgga suma bunta bi pour seet ma tey muy first time ma wax ko and that's why in yatu bari I don't talk to people I just say suma bopp and I miss England terribly. My heart is in England because England is me. Real people are in England. My family, my friends, people in England are not fake. But in Scandinavia, I feel 70% of people I met are fake. Because at that time, you believe that I was mentally ill. You run away from me. You don't want to know anything about me. Nobody has knocked my door to check if my kids were okay. I have 2 kids. If they have not been taken away from me, you should come and check if my kids are okay. So that comes to tell you what kind of society that we live in.
Yes.
But all of these things I'm telling you, Fatou Badi, adds to why I recover. Because I look at my 2-year smart dom in that way. You get on now. Jatu, she's fine. She had my sister, Marikoka. Why, for my 2 little ones, I look at them and I said to myself, who's going to protect them? No one. I was working, then fuma don ligay. Yalla may ma ligay si boss ko xamne suma boss bu baax. Sometimes ma ngi ligay ni Fatou Badji dama ligay ba ci yaga. Xaw ma ne ma ngi taxaw. Ligayatuma. Daf day ñew mu gis lolu. She sends me home and end of the month I still get a paycheck.
Ndeysaan ku baax la.
Suma doom yi ñew leen ngeen seet ko ngeen ma waxee jël tablets. And li tax ma réccu lu tax utum defuma woon lolu moy just because I'm saying I'm mentally ill, I should have taken tablets and blah, 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 blah. I should have done it to help myself. But them fall in their hands, society. Ma gom liñ ma wax, utuma help, dew ma fen. Because maa ngi ragaloon ne suma demee ñu dégg ko dina proof ne dem naa uti ndimbal.
Yeah. Because of the stigma around mental health as well.
Yes.
Gambian, you cannot be depressed. Lola Bugon Mariama Samate, Nyo Dugal Nututi. It's a shame that she's not here. I hope that she's watching and she can join us because mental health is a big thing. Nobody saw a affair mental health, mangonjal antidepressant. Daphna, like, do you know how many people are taking antidepressants in here in the UK? There's nothing wrong with it. Why mental health mom big issue? It's a no. Can want to depress the Gambian community?
Yeah. And you mu metti won si man. And then the worst part was when I went back and saw Lamin Jaita start all over again. Things start all over again. I thought, okay, Lee Dina down, and then Lamin Jaita came and it all started again. Nene Gay Cham, ñoom start. I'm like, okay, that's it now. Facebook is no more for me. But you have the likes of our Lamin, they will never stop. Do not go, but it wasn't fun for me, Fatou Badji. Facebook is not fun for me, if I tell you the truth. Foog naa ne si ñi njëkk a ñëw Facebook wax ci biir néegi sëy foog naa maa ko fi njëkk a def. Ñi njëkk a ñëw Facebook wax ci topics yi nga xam ne was very sensitive.
Yeah.
Maa ko si njëkk a def. They kill my spirit, Fatou Badji. I'm only saying this today because I want to be honest.
Yeah.
I lost my confidence. I lost everything. All I had was my family and few people around me. Some cut me, some I cut off, to tell you the truth. So, dafa metti Fatou Badji. Moo tax nit yi duñ dee understand. I'll give you an example. When the recent one that everybody saw me cry, like you said, it touched me. It made me go back. Daf ma delluwaat back to where I was. Because man pour man, whether the girl haruna wala haru, the minute ma déggee haru rek, dama feel ne this is me. I was there.
That is how people who have gone through trauma, it's like a trigger for you. That triggered it for you. So going through trauma, lila dalon yo so ko gise wala nga anything even close to it, daf ko de trigger what, daf ko de indi what is a memory si. No, yeah, it's real.
Yeah. So buma gise lolu, it hit me and I said, you know what? This is me. My mission has to start again. So it looks like the Fatou Badjis, the Amebella, the Fatma Koka, the list goes on. Everything we have advocated for, people have not been listening. Everything we have ever talked about, people have not been listening, because look at what's happening today. And then you have the odd one saying it wasn't bullying, it was a fight. And for the first time, it's a platform like Oahe. I saw it as bullying. Why? Because I felt it was two people that had a fight. They had that fight, and then one stopped. The minute one person stopped that fight, when you carry on, I see that as bullying. So I was
well, if you humiliate someone, if you humiliate someone with the intention punga distress naharlo nitki, lolu nono is bullying. How ma ban façon book la ñoo wax nak way lolu nono is bullying. And I guess from this video onwards, behavior yooyu nono would be one of the learnings that we would get. Ne nga jël nit ki humiliate ko, because man seetaan na, I don't want us to go deep into detail personal things, but people have to learn these experiences. So we have to look at the learning points nga xamne mom mo ñoo yóbbu forward. Nit ki nga jël ko humiliate ko, génné secret yoo xam ne yow yaa moom a ko waxtaanee yéen ñaar behind closed doors, nga génne ko si public bi te fekk lektewuloo consent am, loolu noonu cyberbullying.
Okay.
And
thank you. At least someone is speaking the same language I'm speaking. So I felt at that stage, you know what? This is it. This is pure bullying. If so hardly the situation, the scenario, new case will happening. These people were having an on and off argument. Has anyone ever seen me come and belittle myself and talk about it? No. I only came on board when I felt this is bullying now. And then then people start saying I shouldn't have done that. Some people, not many. It's just, I shouldn't have done that. They need to stop. They need to watch a video. They need to watch a natal. It's funny how people are saying that they are not going to bring their videos down unless Fatma Koka bring her video down. I'm not going to bring that video down. Pullman, the first sent a message, and I still stand by it, and I feel the girl at the end, she was being bullied. That's how I felt. Legi, Nini, di wax fofu man lima buga wax fofu rek Fatou Badji moy ne. We have seen the case of Danso.
Yeah.
Danso was Danso ñepp bokon na ci ñuma don saga. I'm going to say this because everybody knows ne lolu happen na.
Right.
Bokon na ci platform mo xamne demon nañ fa di ma fa saga. Suma in-laws. Danso bokon na ci ñuma don saga. Why? I've never responded to Danso. Musuma ko saga, musuma ko xas. Why gis nga dé bi ma tédé ci suma lal nit ema. Ema Fatmata yaangi tira di nelaw. Danso dafa bëgg xaru ni ak ni. Ku di soosu duma ko faté mu Fatou Badji video mo don def gown la salon rope. I came out.
Right.
And I said, that's it. You can't bully people. Even though he was part of the people that bullied me, I stood up for him. I said, you can't do that. Ki ñëw na ba léegi mu ne fa bëgg commit suicide. So now, fu ma bëggoon nit ñi understand mooy, I was not there to talk about Danso's private life. I was there to talk about the fact that he was bullied. And why should he be bullied? It is not fair. We are not here, judge. Ñu nekkun Yàlla, ñun nit rek lañ. Nañ bàyyi Yàlla mu def liggéeyam, ñun ñu def suñu liggéey. So for me then, when I stood up for Danso, the same people who are doing videos for me today, the same people who are insulting me today, were the same people who came to me and praised me then and said, kontaan nañ, gis nañ ñi nga taxawee ci society, yaa ngi taxaw against bully, yaa ngi taxaw against lii. And today, these people make videos for me, saying that I was wrong. These people are writing stuff, saying that I was wrong. They wanted to start the bullying all over. I saw it, Fatou Badji. Fan yi gisaat naa ko mu ñëwaat. Saga bi ñëwaat na, haste bi ñëwaat na. Because some of these people were very close to me. They think that was my weakness, but I have recovered. I have Imam Gassama that wouldn't let me sleep. Ngeen baaral ma wax ko du ko dee musa nangu. I have Imam Gassama. I have Imam Seydi. I have Imam Ibn Dur. I have Imam Khan. the list, I have so many people, religious leaders, they wouldn't let me sleep. They keep constantly reminding me, so haro yala daf ko tere. So they keep reminding me of who I was as a Muslim, from a joge and everything. So what if I didn't have that? If I didn't have beliefs, so these people will use me and start this cyberbullying again.
Yeah.
And now, I don't idle on Facebook. I come to Facebook, I do my program, I get out. I have 10 people. I'm 10 people, binda. When I go on Facebook, I'm not telling you refresh body send memory. These are the only 10 people I will comment for, I will like for, because I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared. They will attack me. I'm not scared. So you see this, do my comment, do my like. Fatou Badi, the bully for me, it's still going on. Luta ma wala lolu moy. Tay su Fatou Badi don def programme, ma ñew ma comment fa. Dina rom comment ñep ñu ñew ci comment Fatoumatta Coker, whether it is positive or negative. This is
you pick on us.
Yeah, they'll pick on mine, and they will bring me my past. They will insult me. They will say stuff there. So bully bi du musa je Fatou Badi. Tay def nga sa programme bi, santana yalla ma mëna ñew ma ibi tay lu bari di wacc na ci man. Joy na ko nak, faté na ko. Waye society we live in, the metti torop. Now let's come to how I overcome it and why I'm very strong. Like I said, family played a part. Dama dem be dundale na Fatou Badi. My best friend is my mirror. I look at myself in my mirror and I'm like, damn, girl, you're fine. Why do you want to go?
Yeah.
I ask myself these questions, and then I say to myself, okay, I don't want to go anywhere. I still want to be here. When I'm 50, I still want people to see me as this fashionista that everybody tagged me to be. So I stay strong. I stay strong for people. I stay strong for myself. The first thing is, Fatou Badi, I've forgiven myself, because in all of these things, why I keep saying that you need to forgive yourself, even if you're not wrong. So feeling wrong, you need to forgive yourself. If you don't forgive yourself, you'll never overcome any of this. And that's what I did. I forgave myself. And honestly, Fatou Badi, from my heart, I forgive everyone that has ever bullied me on social media. To tell you the truth, this is no joke. My friend, man kuma balalul aha rek dama lay balalu ma xam nga ñan la balalul aha ñu xamne dañ ma togn def ma bima ko gomne dañ ma togn def ma te defuma de pare ñuy pretend ba légui ñooñu dama leen bayina leena yalla waye ñepp ñu ñëwoon pour ci man social media di ma saga balal na leen. And the beautiful part is, to tell you the truth, for the first time I'll say it here, my in-laws, some of my in-laws, they called me. They apologized to me. We move on. Yeah. So let us kill lolu mu de ñu move on, man move on now. My ex-husband is in a better place right now. I'm in a better place right now. My kids are in a better place right now. But the odd bullies that are still there, that will still call themselves your friends, will still bring you these memories back. They will send you messages saying, hey, fataluk nga 10 years ago, lila nga defon. Fataluk nga li, fataluk nga lili. It is very sad, Fatou Badi. And I hope all of these kids that are on social media now, they need to understand it. The price of sitting on social media comes with you being bullied. And it's big. A lot will be said about you. Some will be true, some will be false. But we need to stick up. We need to stand together as a team. Yeah. Fatou Badi. Ñun mu nekk ci media bi. Ñun we are the reason why this is going on, because buñ ma doon bully, ñi nekk ci media bi dañ ci bokkoon. ñi nekk ci media dañ ci bokkoon. So léegi yéen su fekkee ñeen mi nekk ci media da ngeen bokk fu ñoo bulee ku ne ci media naka la fi lii di génnee. Where is the support? Yeah.
Jërëjëf Fatoumatta fo naa ne yow yaa man sax dañ waroon na am one-to-one they waroon na am one-to-one.
No, I'm done with this.
Honestly, I think you've touched on almost everything that we needed to talk about. For now, being done what? My guest set time is 2 hours. Why, Amibela, I think you were itching to come in when Fatoumatta was talking. Legi mbebula ami yedumna. You're demanding for Denga line or just for 15 minutes for people, because I think I'm getting calls from even Senegal. I don't know who they are, but I mean, you come in and then I'll open the lines for a few minutes and we'll wrap up. Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
Yeah.
and Fatma Rahman Koga, thank you so much for this insightful conversation. Kontaan nañ trop. Sadio tamit déglu na bu baax a baax a baax. Fatou Badji, cyberbullying, follow nafta domandina touch la drone tela mirayato memo cyberbullying ti.
Yeah.
Cyberbullying can come in two forms, direct and indirect. Ninko indirect, mintamenti wolo mumwena na Facebook, Facebook live dada, wala Instagram or Twitter, ya understand, ye video dada, purposely pour kamu attack iba tofala, iba nenla, iba komol mala, ibe kumol fala mealo, maybe 2 mina kula mealo ko amake, ya understand, and whether yeah email labang wala inata social media, a group of people yela social media yela ibe mari to kajafun ay nyine ke cyberbullying, the direct cyberbullying, yeah understand, or status me along indirect to that person,
yeah
na indirect o ikajela mo katara kelo kekan amari be indirect atara de mari back kan behind the scene, abe mola ke kam because na friend mu or na sister kuto malamu or maybe mba malamu so mbala kelo nga kayen indirectly understand it mu kulete ko nga jele mo kana na problem o me alon ko idati ji sama inata ye fang involved ka ko nyim fitino nyi da jagandi instead of ike de dar lati ite katara a jaw why because ibe mola la kelo ke kan amariye so cyberbullying is a very serious public health issue. And like I said, na hapunta amuka dang mo killing na ite mari mem bully tifang ifana you are affected. And this is what people need to understand. They could like you come like ko bully ko more affected did it. Yo minga hamantene yo use a platform na you di bully on behalf of somebody or on your behalf. You are still affected.
Yeah.
And this is what people need to understand. You are affected directly and indirectly. So, na society kata nyameng ay division of the maltema.
Yeah.
Ay this was not in the maltema for a bang mulma you trust not anymore. You don't even know who to trust. You don't even know where to go. Because being in a member kachala behind the scene, wala kananang ay tira tuturo bondi banta. Wala nila image send wala wrong information about you. Those people will take those information from one person to another. Sometimes it's people that are close to you. Wala ka kusi kake. And the worst part of it, Olomu, when they push you to a level where it's sister.
Yeah.
In the social media, you'll have to open up.
Yeah.
People they tell you stop it. It's a private matter. Deal with it privately. What is that? There are certain issues. I'm not condoning anyone to come on social media and insult or respond in a very negative way. Did it? Why, Bari? Fanang imari la nyantolom. Especially when you're an activist, everybody knows you on social media. You come wal kachandi, come wal hakilo tembundi. All of a sudden, molena audios je me alonko is abe dunia be konotari. Ibe nan la kuma norim fole. Wala inata social media group of people ibe dennela. Ibe nanla. Ibe call la duma with a private number. You understand that? Ibe blackmail. Osifa naketa ye kuma dol foye mari si fintina ne ye mol hakilo tenkundi. Umuitela irresponsibility. Ila responsibility lom priefiti ini mole kacha. Ya itandi mola ko well tonya la nyine be caring but nyine mun defana nyine mun tala modulat kudo be je afota amanke. For you nana but ikana na in a way ko imari bina nandiro lekela come like we see people coming retaliating, insulting parents. You understand even nyo komo mala and all that. Mafu ko jente kela wo nyam. Bari imari sinala ya mari karandi kudo be alake ya itandala ko yin making is not the right way forward as a society. You understand? Is mari educate in a positive way. Ya mari kunindi in a positive way. You understand? But ikafo ko imari betula dere na itara siring ila konandinto because people are very quick to judge. And we are very quick to make conclusion. When you experience cyberbullying, ila motive moment you want to isolate you. One.
Yeah.
You understand it. You traumatize people about it may be a voice sort of for the voiceless or you.
Yeah.
They would anything more is in one the more use it can. It's unbelievable the way people can bully people. And they nga experience. Nga experience and nga overcome yamen. Despite that you funny alam kung kontenga one the parents or whatever. O dodon din dan man por nata de kaitan ni molla ko dunia man tara wonyama. Ndunga ita di dunia molla ko ne me yake na ma hate and I will never hate that person. But nga me understand ko kono wala mu hakilo manke kilindi nimmo hakilo sukita. Amari ko ke ka mari ma hakilo tamande akaka jusole tamande. Ite yake di macho person ti. Ni keta moti me along imu because ni mo public figure ti fum jar you have to come out. And talk to people in a way you're going to inspire others because we see a lot of people coming and retaliating. Be that person, be the mature person, be the person who will be an inspiration to the people. Everybody be near gentinga got sort on kadiamu moli because nene mamu cyberbully on social media. Despite that I experience it, I've never used my social media to insult anyone. Rather, I condemn it.
Yes.
And
it's our responsibility. Yeah.
It's our responsibility as individual. Because when we call society is the people.
Yeah.
Society are funded and and it has to start from individual level. Funded as people. You cannot empower someone if you are not healed yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are full of evilness and hatred, you cannot empower anyone. You cannot make this society a better place. So ntinga mera akumatale ngamfan korosi kotenke as individual, ngan weakness that we all have strength and weaknesses.
Yeah.
We are all here as individuals. Everybody has their own personal experiences. And the beauty of this is we are here to debate and see what we can do as a society to make things better. And that is why we appreciate people coming up and, opening up to us. And this is what we need as a society. Apart from your family coming, supporting you holistically, we need us as people to heal each other. But until we are able to heal ourselves as an individual, it will be very difficult to move forward. And you understand? So, I mean, everybody is going through a lot. Anyone, a platform also on social media, we are all vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because we've been through a cyberbullying and it has affected us and our families.
Yeah.
I may be affected, but we all have our own way of overcoming this kind of cyberbullying or stress or depression or anything that we face. Because when we say social media, it's like a home to me. We learn, we laugh together, we cry together.
Yeah.
So if anybody is affected, the whole entire people will be affected one way or the other. Because
thank you.
Social media is like a home. Every day we see each other. Social media be isi Fatmata Rahman ko kajani molbe kachala. You will learn something from Fatmata. See you see any of us.
Yeah.
So when Fatmata is affected, I will be affected too. But how can I come and comfort Fatmata? How can I support my fellow Gambian who is being bullied on social media? I just think that we need to be truthful to ourselves and we need to be truthful to the people. Because sometimes when issue happen, you make a mistake, we have to rectify you. But if you come on social media, you're not telling people the truth. You are basically misleading the community.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why it's important when somebody is wrong, we put it on the table. I mean, especially when it's on social media. Anything that comes on social media, you are basically inviting everybody to talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people will be on your side. Some people will not be on your side.
Yeah, that's right.
But the most important thing is anything we display on social media, let's think ning ala tema, let's think suñ digante ak yalla. Man duma ñoo tok may wax because dama ko wax to please somebody. Lolu is not going to help me.
Yeah.
But we need to remember, man, the way I see things and the way somebody sees things is different.
Yeah.
So when you debate, he is in an idea, man it ma isi suma idea, ñu way ko ñun ñep ñu séga ko. Bu baaxa baaxa baax. You promote what it will take the society forward.
Yeah.
Waaye tey nit ki ñëw di yaaxa doomi jàmbur nga gis keneen ki ñëw di la sot either direct or indirect. Because indirect bi mooy moom it ñëw on social media mu jàppale la ci xeex boobu.
Yeah.
wala daal indirect mooy ne daf la tongo.
Yeah.
Because yaa ngi am issue ak yi one time rek nga gis nit ki mu teg la boor. Loolu yëpp ñu ngi ko dunda. That's why ma ne la ne direct cyberbullying am na indirect cyberbullying am. Te lii nag moo isi division si suñ community and which is really, really sad.
I mean, hold on to that thought. You're saying something very important. Hold on to that thought because Mariama has joined us, and I know that Mariama's only got 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, so you were saying something very important. But Mariama, welcome. Mariama is a psychotherapist based in the US. And the reason why I brought Mariama on board is to look at the mental health aspect of cyberbullying, the impact that it has on people. And actually to tell us from a psychological point of view, why cyberbullies actually bully. You know, we've talked about attention and being malicious, but we want you to go, I don't know whether I'm putting you on the spot, Mariama, but I'm telling expert on mental health. I just want you to give us an insight to what works in their brain when they decide, okay, today I'm going to cyberbully Fatma Koka, for example. What is the motivation behind it?
Thank you very much, Fatu, and the rest of the panel. I am so sorry. I joined late. I plan on coming 15 minutes earlier, but I joined late, so I'm so sorry for that. And I will stay longer, so I'm going to make up for the time that I lost, so I'll stay longer. Yes, thank you for inviting me, and I think this is a very, very important topic to talk about. I think there are huge misconceptions about what bullying and what is bullying, what it entails. Because when you call somebody a bully, you are essentially accusing them of a crime. Bullying is a crime. In most states, bullying in the United States, bullying is considered a crime. So for me, that's why even on social media, you don't see me calling people bully. I just make a general statement saying no one can don't let anyone bully you, or don't be bullied. But I don't, go accusing people of being bullies, because when you do that, you are essentially accusing them of committing a crime. So we should be very, very careful of that. And then I will tell you now what it means. What drives a bully to bully other people? Bullies are usually very insecure people. They are insecure. They are not accomplished in their own rights. They are envious of who you are as a person, or how you look like, or what you do, or what you have. And so they will come after you in order to make themselves feel better. So every time you see a bully, it's not about you, it's about the bully, because the person is so insecure that they would want to put you down so that they themselves can look better. And that's what I find a lot in the Gambian society. You would see bullies coming out in the Gambian society. I'm from this family. I don't do this. I am that. I am that. And you are going after another person. What does that tell about you? That you are not, you don't feel so confident about yourself that you have to come and talk to us about how good your family is. So therefore, you have the right to bully this person, or this person is lower than you. You see what I mean? That's how that is what bullies do. They are insecure people who wants to come and put somebody down in order to make themselves feel better. A lot of times bullies are cowards as well. Because they you know, when you stand up to a bully, most of the time they will back down. When you because a lot of times I see kids who come to me because of bullying issues. And one of the remedies that we encourage them to do is to stand up to a bully. Now, you stand up to a bully if it is not going to cause you harm, like it's not, you know, this bully is not going to beat you up. You know, it's just they are just mouthing off or doing something. So you can stand up to the person and defend yourself, or you can find other avenues where you can defend yourself. But a lot of times when you defend yourself against a bully, they back down because they are cowards. They are insecure people. It's a lot of insecurity that drives them to either intimidate, dehumanize, or you know, just make somebody to be less than them. So that's what encourages bullying. But I would also tell you what is bullying and what is not. In the Gambian context, a lot of times we call each other bullies very, very quickly and you know, very, very fast. Bullying, a falling out between friends is not bullying. For instance, you are my friend, I'm your friend, and we got into a fight. You come on Facebook or you go somewhere, you start talking about me, and I talked about you. That is not considered bullying. Now, it will be considered bullying if you stopped and I keep on coming every single time on Facebook and saying derogatory things about you, or calling you, or threatening you, or things like that. Then it becomes a bully. But just a fight between friends, or just a fight between two people, that is not considered bullying. Now, I have seen a lot of bullies in the Gambian society, and I will tell you why. When two people are fighting, one person tags you because you are a friend of that person, and all of a sudden you jump into a fight that you have no business joining in, you are a bully, because you do not have a problem with this other person. So you don't have, but just because your friend or your family member or somebody tag you, you come in and you join in the fight against one person, then you, the person who is joining in the fight, who is being who was tagged and is joining in the fight, is considered a bully, because you are instigating an atmosphere where you have no business to be part of. So when when two people are in a fight, stop tagging people. And I see this also as an insecurity. When you have the guts to fight somebody, stand in your truth and fight with them one-on-one. Don't go tagging other people to come and help you. You see what I mean? So, but a lot of people do this. They will start, you know, fight with somebody, and they will tag different people for those people to come and join in the fight. That if you take that bait and you join in the fight, you are bullying. You are bullying because you have no business to be in that fight. So, as Ami was saying, bullying has a lot of psychological issues on people. You know, like I said, the main aim of a bully is to intimidate you, is to make you feel less than. And if you feel less than, you are intimidated, you are more likely to have emotional issues, especially among children. One thing is very important is that for us, most of us have children and we are on social media. However much you fight with a person, don't go so dirty, don't go so low to a point where that person's psyche or that person's mental well-being is going to be affected. And in Gambia, what I did see is that when people are fighting, the person who can go the dirtiest is considered the winner. The winner. You see what I mean? If you can go the dirtiest, then you are the winner. You don't win. That is no win for you, because you are not fighting fair. You are not fighting fair. And then because you can go dirty, all these other people will be clapping for you. Oh, he or she is a jambar. He or she is a fighter. He or she is a dad. He or she. No, you are not a fighter. You are not a jambar. You are dirty. You are dirty as they come. And your children and your children's children will not be happy about you when they see the type of game you play on social media. This is what we need to. These are the some of the things we need to reinforce in our society for people to understand what they are doing and the repercussions of what they are doing. Do not go clapping for somebody who is fighting dirty. Do not go sharing stuff from a person who is fighting dirty. Do not encourage them, because if you encourage them, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem, and you are instigating something that you should be helping to curb. So this is how our society encourages these people, and I think it's incumbent upon us. If your child comes to you and tell you that I'm in a fight with somebody and this is what I did to that person, if you feel like your child is bullying, you will sit your child down and talk to your child. Why can't you do that to your friend when you feel like what your friend did is not right? When you feel like what your friend is saying to somebody else is not right or is not true, why can't you do that? But we don't tend to do that. We take sides and clap for them, and in that case, we are all bullies. If that's what we're
flaming. We're flaming.
Yeah,
I think you've touched on, thank you very much, Mariama. You've touched on, I think you've just reinforced how we define bullying here. And I think you kind of exactly said the same things like what Fatoumata said and everybody else. I just want you to also touch a little bit on mental health, because I know that we've said here that Gambians, they don't want to hear depression. If you're depressed, it's a problem. You cannot be depressed in the Gambian society. And I just want you as a psychotherapist just to tell us, because the last incident on social media, somebody wanted to kill themselves, okay? And people were saying to her, go kill yourself. Why are you not killing yourself? What do you have to tell us, Gambians? How should we treat mental health? Why is mental health so important? If somebody says they want to kill themselves, should we believe them, or should we just be like, she doesn't want to kill herself? If she wanted to kill herself, she would have gone to do that. What do you have to say to that?
Look, a lot of times there are a lot of things that drive people to wanting to kill themselves. It could be a lot of stress among family. A lot of stress because of family issues or friend issues or whatever, acquaintance issues, or it could also be trauma from what you've been dealing with for a period of time, and you feel like you cannot take it anymore and you want to commit suicide. Now, a lot of people who commit suicide, it's very true that people who want to commit suicide usually don't announce it, or they don't tell people, or they don't show. They don't come outwardly and do something to say, I want to kill myself. When people come outwardly and say, I want to kill myself, 99% of the time, they are looking for attention. They are looking for, and I'm not saying bad attention. I'm saying they are looking for help.
Yeah.
They are saying, I want help. I want help. So can you help me? So they will do that. They will do that. But those are not the types usually who would kill themselves. Because if you want to kill yourself, if you really are intent on killing yourself, you don't announce it, and you make sure that nobody is around and nobody knows, so that they can stop you. So you will go under and try to commit suicide. But studies, and a lot of studies have shown us that people who have attempted suicide before, they are more at risk of actually committing suicide. Because if you have attempted it before as a way to get attention to you, and it didn't hurt that much, right? You do it and you say it didn't hurt that much, you are more likely to do it again. And those are the type of people who end up actually committing suicide.
Thank you.
Now, it is very, very inhuman, not only with psychologically, but even not only mental health wise, but it is so unhuman, inhumane to call somebody, to tell somebody, oh, why not you go and kill yourself? I don't even understand why any sane person would encourage anybody to do that. That is something that, if you cannot help a person who attempted suicide or attempted to harm themselves, if you cannot help them, please, the best thing you can do is just keep quiet. Do not add to that by saying, go kill yourself, go do this, because if that person is crying out for help, What you are doing is driving them closer to go and commit that suicide, because you are actually showing them that nobody cares, nobody loves them, nobody, loves them. So when you do that, that's what you are doing. So if you do not have anything good to say, please, please, please keep quiet. Now, a lot of things, like I said, drives people to to suicide. Chronic illnesses. You have a chronic illness that you feel like you rather die than deal with that chronic illness, and that will push somebody to suicide. Extreme stress, a stress that somebody is under, and they feel like there is nothing that they can do to change that situation. That can also drive people to want to commit suicide. Loneliness, depression, those are things that can all push somebody to want to commit suicide. Now, a lot of times, like I said, it's not because they want to, but they are looking for help. They are crying for help. If you see somebody who either cut themselves, or they're cutting themselves, or they intend to cut themselves, want to cut themselves, please, please, please sit that person down. One of the things you can do is understand, be empathetic, understand what they are going through, and say, look, I know what you are going through is painful, and I know you have such and such and such, but how can I be of help? What can I do to help you? A lot of times you want to elicit conversation with this person. What is going on in your life? You must be under a lot of stress. That may be the reason why you are doing this. Is there anything that I can do so that I can help you? That is a conversation starter. You are starting a conversation there so that this person can trust you enough to open up to you to see what you can do to help. So I think it would behoove all of us, whether we are on social media or whether we are at home or in our workplaces. If you see somebody who is on a lot of emotional stress, please, please, please be the person who offers a listening ear. Be less judgmental, offer the listening ear, and elicit information from them that you can use to help them. If we do that, we can actually avert a lot of these attempts at suicide. We can avert a lot of people wanting to harm themselves. We can avert that. But the wrong thing to do is to tell somebody to go and kill themselves. Now, you talk about depression. Yes, there is a higher rate of people who usually, I wouldn't say usually, but a larger population of a certain amount of depressed people end up killing themselves because it's a stress that they cannot go under. Depression is very, very, it's a very intense mental illness in this regard, because imagine, you have difficulty sleeping. Somebody who has difficulty sleeping, you can't sleep even if you try to sleep. Or maybe you will be somebody who cannot even get out of bed. You sleep all day or all night. You are just sleeping. Nothing in life. You are hopeless. Nothing in life is worth fighting for. Nothing in life is worth for you to get up from your bed and do something. It's like hopelessness. If the person is hopeless, they feel like there is no future for them. That has a tendency to drive people to suicide. So depression, and one major symptom of depression is hopelessness. You are hopeless. You can't do anything. You can't even get out of your bed. You are sad all the time. You're crying all the time. And you don't even want to interact with people. Those are all signs of depression. And if we see people like that in our society, if we encounter, and you don't have to have all those symptoms to be diagnosed with depression. You can have either 2 or 3 of those symptoms or 4 of those symptoms, and you will be diagnosed with depression. But when you see those symptoms in a family member, try to get them help. Or when you see those symptoms in a family member, elicit more information from them. Sit them down, be empathetic, talk to them, and then figure out a way how you can help them. That when people are depressed, it's not the time to tell them more depressing things. It's not it's not the time to go and tell them, go kill yourself. You you're gonna try to understand this person and help them the best way you can by seeking services, or if you do not have services where you are, you try to be that person's company, be in their company, help them to do things, encourage them, give them encouragement, help them to do things. Those type of things. Those are the things that can help somebody who has depression to be able to maybe get back up on their feet and do something towards healing.
Thank you. Thank you, Mariama. Wow. I think this has been one of my best shows so far. It has been emotional. It's been a roller coaster and a learning and all of that. But thank you very much for giving us that insight. I think we needed that. I mean, you just reinforced what was said here. I wanted to touch a little bit again on minimizing bullying. Sometimes when bullying happens, and this is going to be the last question, and I'll open for 5 minutes and we'll shut because we've been here for 2.5 hours.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of times when bullying happens, people just minimize it. People just say, don't worry about it. Just close the account, block the person, just ignore them. I know that you said to stand for yourself and stand against the bully. But what we've learned so far also for adults, especially adult-to-adult bullying, is to not give them an energy, a positive or negative energy. Basically, don't respond to them. But you are telling us that you should stand for yourself. So I just want you to kind of touch a little bit on the minimizing and clarify that point for us. Should we actually stand against the bully, or should we, because Fatimata's experience here was she reacted at some point, she ignored and then reacted, and then that backfired. She had a backlash basically. So what should we do? What should we do?
No, stand up for a bully is a good way to fight a bully, because like I told you, a lot of times bullies are insecure people, and they pick on the people they think will not fight back, right? Most of the time they pick on the weak, or not the weak, but people they feel like they're weak, or people they feel like they are in a position in a position, or they have some type of reputation to protect, so they are not going to get into the fight. No. That's not what we do on a daily basis, even with children who come to see us because of bullying issues. You have to stand up to a bully. Now, when I say you have to stand up to a bully, there are different ways to stand up to a bully, right? One, you can stand up to a bully by coming out and just standing your ground, right? Or if a bully want to fight you, you stand your ground and you said, no, I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared and I can do back and forth. You can do that. That's one thing. But you can also take the legal route, right? If you feel like you are being bullied and you can afford a lawyer, or you can afford something, you can take that route. You do not necessarily have to go after that person. You can take a lawyer, right? Or you can have people who are supportive of you. For instance, if you, and I'm saying this because I want to make sure if people know exactly that this is bullying. If you know that this is bullying, people can rally behind you and fight that person. Now, and I would stress that again, make sure it is bullying before you go and take sides and go after people. But if you know that this is bullying, you know what this person is doing to you is bullying. You know what this person is doing to you is bullying. One thing I would encourage others around you is to help that person and fight this bully. You see what I mean? People need to rally behind you and help you fight. So those are the ways. If you feel like, if I want to stand up for myself, it will backfire on me, then don't do that. But have the support of a lot more people to come and help you to fight this person. But it has to be something that is continuous. Bullying is not a one-day thing. It's not a one-time incident. Usually it's not that. For instance, you are friends and you have a falling out, or you are family members, you have a falling out, or whatever, you have a falling out. That is usually not bullying. But what is bullying is if people continuously, come out to denigrate somebody, to make somebody look bad and things like that. If we see that as a society, we need to jump in and help this person that is being bullied to fight this bully. So those are all three ways that you can. You can stand up for yourself, and maybe that will make the bully go away, which we encourage people to do. But if you can do that, you can do it legally, because like I said, bullying is a crime in most places. It's a crime. So you can do it that way too. Or you can have friends and family and people who support you join you to fight this bully. So those are the ways that you can fight a bully.
Sorry, I think that cleared the air, Mariama. Thank you. I was just listening to someone who was desperately trying to call us. I think she's a medical student. Fatmata, you are on mute. You are on mute.
Can I just steal 2 minutes of
Mariama?
You know, I love Mariama Samate. She doesn't know. I look up to her. I love her, whatever she does. Man mo dama dey follow like whatever, because she's a very strong person, and I love like dama dey living. Ñi nga xamne dañ strong. ñooñu dama leen I'm a secret admirer. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Wow.
There we go. It's out here today.
Yeah. Digala. In my case, waxuma ko woon nak, but I went the legal way. To tell you the truth, it was so much I had to. That's why I kept all the videos, the pictures, and the reason, let me make it clear. The reason I didn't really respond, it's because of family, good friends. But again, it's not because I was scared. No, I was working on something. And what I was working on was, I went to the police station, I got a lawyer, and they said to me, when you respond, you are equally the same as them. It will, your case will be slimmer. So that's why I never responded, Fatou Badji. Every video bo nga xamne def nañ ko ñu tudda fa Fatoumata Coker, whether jubo na ñom tay wala jubo ma ñom tay, nañ xamne mu ngi ci police station. All the pictures they put up and wrote stuff about me, and they write stuff about me, I got it all. Dama secure on suma boppa Fatou Badji, I had to. And it went at xam nga nit ñi dañ jé jaxane social media. The guy that started the whole thing, how many mu ngi déglu, how many mu ngi Facebook, well, after all, fana sila by Facebook. But he was arrested by the police, and I made sure that happened because it started here. Dama ko fight. And when he was asked, lu bari mo gëna ci ron lu nit ñi xamul tay, te suñ ko xamone tay, fogg na ne Facebook bi côté bi nañ ma balu aha. Mota we have to be very careful. We have to be very, very careful kan lañ dé bully ak naka lañ dé bully ak luñ dé wax. Ba pare comme lu Mariama wax, yena bully is insecurity. You so feeling yang am confident binga wala am yep.
Yeah.
You feel nga yangi up there, yangi high there. You don't need to bring people down.
Yeah, exactly. And
your intelligence will stop the minute nga binda turi Fatou Badji on your timeline. I was very smart to screenshot everybody. Fatou Badji kumu sa binda Fatoumata Coker turam. Screenshot nako, am nako yep, yobu nako fuma ko wara yobu. Family comes in again. I'm sorry to my family for saying this. I went as far as Mahamone. I was going to bring an example and set it on Facebook and come with papers and say, this is it. You bullied me. This is the result. I have taken the legal route. But family comes in and said, bile mudem, because her in-laws are and and this is that. And you know, Mariama Samate, these are the kind of things that depress us more.
Yeah.
Stress more because some parents they dem be fatene ñun ñu ngi dundal lu nga xamne dafa metti legi it's out there. Like I told you, when you type Fatoumata Coker, I know people that are not Gambians. So they know that what I do on Facebook, but they go and type my name, Google my name. And what's there? They see bad stuff about me. And these are stuff that people don't even have evidence of.
Yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I have all of this. And it's with the police station. Man la des like man anytime mo feel put ekati wati ekati. So man luma ñaan nit ñi moy buñ leen dé bulli dé nit dañu ñane bu leen féku. Dégala waye make sure nga am sa all your evidence prepare ko nga am ko nga paral sa bop ne anytime you can take these people to court. And Fatou Badji bula kenn those people who instigate bullies are your best friends.
Yeah.
Those people who instigate bullies are people that you know and are very close to you because there are certain stuff. For them to come out in the media, you know ne Fatou Badji la ko wax. How did it come out?
Yeah,
we're not fools. I am happy ne. I was part of the sacrifices because what happened to me 2 years ago, I don't think that must happen to Ken on social media because now people are wiser, people are smart, When you come and try to bully someone, you have the likes of me, Amibella, you, and other people to stop you. But anyone couldn't stop. So I'm not diga ne bully wàññeeku nañ léegi waaye ba léegi bully yi fi nekk dafa am ñu leen boot rek te mag ñun mag yi la rek nañ waxante diga and ñu dee boot bully ñu ci bari ñun dañ nekk si media bi we instigate these things ñoo nekk ci doon di instigate lu mel ni and it's very sad.
It is
Fatu,
indeed.
I wanna come in and say something about what Fatoumata just said. I think she said very, very important. And Fatoumata, the feeling is mutual. I just want you to know that. I admire you a lot. But I wanted to buttress on what she just said. It is true. It is very true that the best route to take, if you don't want to do the back and forth, if you can afford a lawyer, to go to the lawyer route. But one thing I experienced myself is that if you take somebody to a now bullying, that one is a criminal act. Bullying is a criminal. But if you take somebody to a court of law, or you want to take a legal action against somebody, and they don't live in the United States, or even if they live in the United States, they have no assets, nothing absolutely in the United States. You are just wasting your money. You're just wasting your money, because what's going to happen is, if you take them, for instance, you take them for slander, or you take them for defamation or whatever, and this person has zero assets that you can collect, because those are civil charges. They are civil charges. So they have nothing in America or nothing in Europe where you can get, if you win the case, you can get the money from them to hit them where it hurts financially. Then you are just wasting your money, because they will not be able to recoup anything if it is a civil case. But criminal cases, of course, you can take them to court and it's left on you. But even those civil cases, you have statutes of limitation where you can wait until several years when that person, whether they have assets or they have anything, maybe you can go after them again. You see what I mean? So and like Fatu was saying, not everything that you see on social media is true, right? When people don't jump at conclusions, this is the media age. If you want to tarnish anybody's image, you will be able to tarnish their image, and you can bring up stuff that may not be true at all. What we have to do as individuals, if those things come out, you have to sit down and look at that person's track record. Okay, this person is this and that and that and that. Does this jive with what that person is? You see what I mean? And I'm not saying sometimes it may be true, but most of the time it's not true. Or even if it is true, sometimes there is more to the story than meets the eye. So you don't know. So you don't know what it is. When people put garbage on social media, please stay away. Do not be the one who is going to ignite or look at this person and say, oh, they are this, they are that, they are this. That is wrong. Stay away from it. If you cannot minimize what they are doing, if you cannot, just ignore them. But don't be the instigator of what is going on. And one thing I also see with Gambians, if a celebrity is involved in some mess, every Gambian run away, or they all go and support the celebrity. You see what I mean? The only time they will do their solidarity nonsenses is if a riffraff is engaged in something. But when it's a celebrity or somebody, everybody runs away or everybody keeps quiet. But they won't tell the celebrity, you are wrong, or that high power person, you are wrong, or that government official, you are wrong. They won't tell that. But when the riffraff is engaged in the same act, that's when they all come to that their solidarity nonsense. That's why I don't pay attention to Gambians anymore. When I see these solidarity things, I don't, because I'm like, you cannot pick and choose who you solidarity. Wrong is wrong. When you see wrong, defend it. When you see right, defend it. You cannot just solidarity with people just because they are riffraffs. You can beat them over the head. So that's why you are going after whoever comes after them. But then when somebody who is in a powerful position does it, you go and sit in your room and you don't say anything, or you join that powerful person to bully somebody else. We are special creatures. That's why I don't join in any of this nonsense. If I have programs like yourself or some things that Fatu would do or Tar would do, I will go and talk there. But I don't do these things because you have to be consistent. When you are solidarity with people, if people you love do something wrong, go after them too. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
But we don't do that. We don't do that. And that is very sad.
Hey, waxtaan bi neex na waxtaan bi neex na
sorry
3 hours
balaa ñuy dem
ay
sorry dama bëggoon a contribute tuuti balaa ñuy dem si lu Fatoumatta Rahman doon wax like Gambian si there's a problem with us so people are mentally down or issue ñu naan waa dafa am mental health moom wéeru ki nga xam ne daf dee jël garab okay this is a point that people yi nga xam ne dañ am mental health issues sax suñ lay waxee demee lopitaan ñu ne da nga yaa ngi mentally down is where we are gonna be scared that oh okay dama su ma jëlee garab dañoo wax dama dof waaw because su fekkee ne you're mentally down you need to take your medication antidepressant pills si ni danga ko war a jël xam nga lu ma miin but now we will sit here and say okay like Fatoumatta was saying def nañ ko to a point that she came on the media. I listened to her the other time. She said, I swear to God, I've never taken any antidepressant pills. Understand? Then if someone hears that, they'll be like, oh, if I take it, it means I'm mentally like so I shouldn't be taking it. Time you don't take it. And the other thing more, if you want to contribute, ñun mi am platform on Facebook, muy yow, muy keneen, muy man, muy keneen, dañ war a seegaat suñ platform, ñu seet suñ platform bu baax. Man laa la man like ñu ma dee wax rek moo nekk duma laam-laamee wax. A few weeks ago, I saw someone that has a platform on Facebook. Literally, she was bullying someone else. When she was bullying someone else, I called Safi. I said, you know, I can't have it.
It happens all the time. I think that's why we're here.
I'm sick and tired of it. So man is Safi, yo, call and go have bottom. And Safi was like, nah, Jan, yo, you're closer to the person. Could you believe when I called this person, Safi was there after work. I put it on speaker and I was talking to the person like, okay, I feel like you're bullying this other person, blah, blah, blah. And talking to, you know what the response was? Oh, okay, man, I'm feeling this first show, but it's normal talking about something educative. People don't watch it. But when I start cussing people come out to watch it. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And I got really mad. I said to Safi, I can't do it anymore. I said, because man, when I talk, I get mad because I tell people I have anger issues. Okay, you what last week? I think on Monday after work, I saw someone else too bullying someone that went to someone else's party, and she kept bullying the person. I had enough of it. I sent a message. I called the person. Murijak called me. Called me. I typed a message. I said, I think we should learn not to step on each other's toe. Leave and let other people leave. So definitely does not mean you should come to your platform and start cussing the person. You've started it and did a write a message. The person just sent me a love message telling me how much she loves me and appreciate me sending the thingy. Sometimes then they want to, okay, ñun buñ dee génn si media comme tey su ma filee Fatoumatta mu ngi def lu wrong ma ne ok Fatoumatta dama ko téye yaa ak nii ma call Fatoumatta woo ma message ko si suuf mu bañ maa faale. I think the next step I would do is come out and say, Fatoumatta, you know you've done wrong this and that. The other side then they want to wax leen ko si suuf wala contact the person before you come out of media. But when you do that, they tend to even come for you. Gis nga ñun suñ plateforme ñun suñ boppa dee génn si biir media bi like Ami wax na ko fi moom plateforme am suñ ko bullee sax moom nekku koo xam ne dina génn pour bully man when people bullied me Fatoumatta is here if yow sa boppa you said to me don't speak, don't say anything. Fatoumatta said the same thing. So I kept quiet. Like, I mean, Fatoumatta, be positive and make sure people know the truth. And when I came out, when they bullied me, 2 days, the second day at night, again, I'm a very positive video for everyone to know about coronavirus. I'm saying to people that we have more bigger issues to talk about. People are dying right now in Gambia, and you're bullying people. We should learn. You say guys swing platform in okay. Swing educate. Let's educate people. You have there are younger ones out there who wants to follow our footsteps. Man, they talk niti the morning. Oh, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel. I want to start a YouTube channel. This and that. Like you said, I mean, man bullying. I said it on my show yesterday. When I was bullied, man, musuma am fit pour gain on social media. Ma def video man kena. Man suma def video. Hamane safi mo ñew. Kenen ñew wala ma invite them. I said it on my video yesterday. Fatoumatta mu doon seetaan but when I was bullied, from bullying, daf ma jox comme Mariama li mo wax ni buñ ma bully dafa mel dañ ma pousse pour wax ma stand strong for yourself. You have to do this. You have to be strong. And I said to myself, and when I bullied me, like Mariama is saying, I was down for 2 days. But what happened is family, everybody was not there for me. My only sister that was there for me was my sister in Holland, and she was there for me to push me and said, okay, you know, this is what you love doing. And like Mariama, Linga Janga, times that we are mentally down, we always have family that leave us alone and say, you know what, waxoon naa ko bu mu def lii dal na ko bàyyi ko moom kenn mu def ko du gën a samati jaay. And people tend to leave you. Like people that I know, like Fatmata, these are the people that were there for me. Fatmata will call me and check wax naa la bul def nii naka ngeen toolu naka la affaire si nekk F would call me and say maa ngi leetu si mu ngi leetu mu ngi wax and all of that. We need our families to be there for us. We need our friends to be there for us. Social media. But what we are saying, either you're hangako or not, someone out there will. There was more media, but you teach one person, sir. I will sit there and teach one person. When Safi opened up for depression, postnatal depression, Kuneka don't say a video, and it went viral. Then they scare people to the point that you want to gain us. Comme Fatmata lu moo wax ni duñ ñeme ñu génn ñu xam lan mooy dépression duñ ñeme ñu génn ñu xam lan mooy bulli et na tey su ma génn ma wax ne man buñ ma bullee nii ak nii laa fil keneen na wax ne ok ne te ragaloon na dugga sax fekk du noonu man buñ ma bullee they push me to stand up for myself. They push me to say, you know what, I have something that I love doing and I'm gonna do it. But the bullies, what you guys fail to know on the media, they bully you for you to stop doing what you're doing because they want to see you down. They want to see you stop doing. I tell people, man, every day, if one individual out of the 100 that watches me send me a message and say, Aji, I love your program, I love what you do, it keeps me smiling for the rest of the year because I know that person loves it and that person gives me the spirit to do it. But you then buy the good views. You then buy the views. Dama gain a saga ami, suma saga ami because I'm not on platform. You know what they gonna ami wahrek. Ma feel sensitive about it. Or ma feel ami man la garwale. Or man Fatmata Rahman Cook. They won't see big platform la neka. Man ye dog start. When I go for Fatmata, people will come for me. We should stop going for each other. I had a comment on my YouTube channel 3 days ago. The girl came for me because I did a video about gay. Example of some of our viewers too. She kept attacking me for talking the truth. Muslim, Christian, you wouldn't come with a topic like this. So when I responded to her comment, the only comment I respond, you know what she said to me? You know what she said to me? Aji, you're on the media. You should grow a thick skin, knowing that you're on the media. Every person that is on the media should grow a thick skin. Come on, don't be mad, don't be sick. Because media, that does not give you any right for you to come attacking me. Put one madam, I'm thick skin. No, it's not.
And you're
right.
also human. Right. You're also human, Aji. Before you became a media personnel, you're a human being, and you have
exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. Violent you hell, you violent hell. Because like I said, this is therapy for me. Man, when I lost people, I come out and talk. My father and the na ko kenen. Bunde this everybody, you know, if mungi okay, mungi fine. I'm a problem. Dama am problem. I'm problem. Kenen am problem. Soon jabot the problem. We have family issues and family bunyu thereby. Like man, I have family members since I was bullied. They never spoke to me. They don't want to talk to me. But yet still, I come out and smile and laugh and said, you know what? I'm not gonna give that one individual that happiness for you to say stop na ko lila bugon mu bay ko and like ñun tamit nañ bay ne okay tay suma joté efre ma gëna wala tay suma gëné and this is the problem, it's the truth. Tay suma gënon tay F di la saga 1,000 people come out and watch me, even to report the video they won't do it, but then because of saga la dinañ gëna ñu dégg so again nga def educated topics like mental health, AIDS and all of this HIV yang ko dégg man ko suma other show bi we are so freaking ignorant. ñun dañ ignorance ba nga xam ne lu éducatif duñ ko seetaat su nekkee xeex la ku nekk génn xeef la woon nga gis kii di kool kii kële di kool kële di kool kële ku nekk am si lum ko wax ku nekk am si kum si support. That's why man su ma génnee ma solidarité xamal ne tey F soo jotee Fatmata Rahman Coker dama laa seetaan ngeen am seen issues. This is when people will start messaging us, oh Aji xanaa gisuloo F mu ngi jotee Fatmata doo génn nga wax du suma yoon, it's not my problem. When that guy, this guy wrote on Facebook that she dafa abuse jigéen ak yooyu noonu dugal samati jaay, people were contacting me and I said, this guy, if you read his post, he's going through mental health issues. You can straightly read that he's going something. But by new Gambia, lu ma deewa mooy tey bina naa something on social media duñ dee said the root of what I wrote. I must have been going through more tax loolu mu affect ma ñun duñ dee seet problème bi si suuf de den dee ñëw rek ne f nii so loolu laa bëggoon a yokka nañ seetaat suñ plateforme yi ñu seet suñ tooguwaay ba pare ñun jigéen leen ñu bàyyi ñu xel like Famata was saying dafa am ñu la dee def si media bi ku la bëggoon a bugga sax du la ko bugga yow mu jéegi da ngaa mel ni yow safatuloo kenn du la respect kenn du la te ñun I don't think we deserve that because we speak for the voiceless. We stand for people that does not have voice. We come out and say topics yoo xam ne waayan koo dunda buga koo wax munu koo wax waayan koo dunda mu ngi jooy munuta def loolu like I said people like Mariama would tell you I have diabetes type 2 dama dey am mood swing they swing like freaking hell léegi mun naa nekk di wax ak yow maa ngi ree the next thing I'm so mad at nothing I don't want to talk to my mom my dad my sister my nobody suma téléphone dama ko def airplane mode suma nit calling sax daf dem dama bëgg a jël suma téléphone ma send ko si wall bi sometimes I walk like I don't have a heart I said on one of my videos that it's like I'm numb I'm not living at buguma like Mariama said sometimes I'm at AOF suma be guddi duma nango sangu because I'm mentally down. People should know you buy new health. So Lola and Purwa, okay, Harma Wahli, before we go. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, ladies. I think we would be sleeping here today. It's 3 hours exactly since we started. So, but I have to call this person because I think he's got a legal background and he wants to contribute quickly. And then I'll give you all 2 minutes to wrap up because this is a very broad topic and I don't think we would finish it in one session. And always magene lola there was when you talk in the money video community help you one. But yeah, let's just hear from this person. Hello. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hi. Can you all hear him? Yeah. Can you hear him? The panelists, can you hear him? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to the show. You've got 2 minutes, sir.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to say I'm enjoying your program. I think it's a very good program. Very enlightening. I'm learning a lot. I just wanted to. I think one of the speakers that's actually Mariama.
Yeah.
I don't even know what her profession is because I joined the program late.
Yeah, she's a psychotherapist.
Oh, she's a therapist. Okay, I just learned a whole lot from her intervention.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to say, she said something about how you stand up to bullies and stuff like that, and most of the time they're cowards, and that if you really stand up to them, it always happens that most of the time they back up. But I know your program is centered for basically for women. I just wanted to say that men go through the same thing.
Yeah.
And the saddest part or the hardest part about it all is men tend to have there's this notion that men should be strong and that men don't feel. And you don't want to see a man cry.
Yeah.
You don't want to see a man couch and be under the weather or something like that. But they go through the worst. Because as much as they're going through all that bullying, all that stuff, they have to be strong. They have to appear as if they can't feel anything. They're not feeling anything. But they go through worse. But what I wanted to say is, I think a society, our society as a whole, has a problem.
Yeah.
Because really, I think the bullying in our social media space. Gambian social media space it's modern bullying. I think it's toxic. You understand? I think it can drive a lot of people to go crazy.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say is I wanted to say thank you. I hope you guys can do this thing a lot. But I have learned a lot from the panel. Most especially Mariama. And of course I'm friends. I'm really close friends with Fatima. She never ever stuff that I heard her say today, but I have really learned a lot. But what I wanted to say is support should be extended to men folk, and I don't think that they should underrate men. Yes, you see a lot of women cry, you see a lot of women become emotional, but there are so many guys that are dying inside.
In silence,
they have to be strong because they are men. They have to have a faith. Man, they have to have a face of a strong person, but they're going through a whole lot. But from my experience, what I realized was, and this was my greatest problem, and I think Auntie mentioned that. And for me, this was my greatest problem. And I think that was what was actually leading me to a point of depression and almost near committing suicide was the fact that you come from a certain family that you feel you should not speak back, you shouldn't respond.
Yeah.
So no matter what is being said about you, they tell you that you should be the bigger person. They tell you that you're educated, that you should keep quiet, you should not talk, that you shouldn't get yourself at that level. But then what I learned was these things work in very conventional and progressive society. The Gambian does not understand that when you ignore them, they should stop. No. They don't find that. They want to take you to extinction. They want to kill you. They want to finish you. They won't stop. They won't give up. If you don't fight back, like Mariama said, if you don't put up a fight, it will not stop.
Right.
If it was, I went through it. I was accused. I was bullied everywhere on Gambian social media, and I kept quiet. Fatimata Rahman Koga is one of the battles, and she knows because I was told not to talk. I was told I had to shut my mouth. I was told I had to keep quiet. It did not stop. It did not stop. For months, I came out on social media for 3 days, 15 days, and I fought back. And you know what? Everybody went quiet. It was silent.
Right.
It was silent. For 10 months. And people would not allow me to speak. My aunt told me that I should not talk back. I had to just sit down and just let people think all sorts. Can you imagine? You've lived your entire life, over 30-something years of your life. You've had an exceptional character. You've had nothing negative in your name, and then bam, one day, everything you worked hard for, everything you see disappear before your very own eyes. And the people that you know what? I'm not sure it was Adi who said that, but what I have learned, the people that are closest to you don't help you fight back.
Yeah.
Because most of them would say, if I say stuff, people would say, I'm glad you said because you're Somaharita. People would say, oh, if I say something, they will say you're my sister. But I believe it's that time that you need them to stand for you because these are the people that know you. That's what a white person will do. That's what people would do in the Western world. Because the people that know you are the people that can attest to your character.
Right.
You are the ones that can tell the world who you are. But if these people are the same people that are telling you to keep quiet, to not say anything, to not fight back, but yet still they're not even helping you in the fight, what happens? There's only one narrative out there. There's only one message out there, and that's the message that will stop. That's the message that will stick. But what I learned is if you keep focused, and know that bullies are nothing but cowards. Bullies are nothing but people who are insecure. Bullies don't go after people that they are better than. Bullies don't go after people that they feel that are worthless. Bullies go after people that they want to be like and can never be like. Bullies go after people that everything you do, the actions of the person belittles them, makes them look smaller, makes them look insignificant. And what they do is to come with negative vibes to bring you down. And if you accept it, if you take the culture of, oh, just keep quiet, don't fight, but I'm telling you, it will never amount to good, and it will never end well. So I just wanted to give my own little contribution, but more especially to say thank you for a brilliant program. And thank you to Mariama and to all the panelists. I mean, I think this is something that should be, people should do most of the time and let people be educated and know. Because when you talk about this, they tell you it's Yefitubab, it's Western thing, but it is not. It is not. I know people, I know friends who are guys. I know a guy right now, I mean, he lives here, he lives in Scotland, who can't even go out in the street. He's scared because he's being bullied left, right, and center on social media. And yet still, he cannot cry. He cannot appear emotional because he's a man. He's supposed to act strong. He's supposed to sit with his kids and laugh and smile. He's supposed to take part in national discourse and be strong. But yet still he's dying inside, dying slowly. And that guy would eventually go to bed one day and probably suffer from heart attack and never wake up again.
That's right. That's right. Thank you very much, Paula. Thank you. I think that was very useful. Thank you for your contribution. I can see that you are also calling from the UK, and I wondered if you could advise or if you know any you know, the legal aspect of things. Is there any, because when I was doing my research, I understand that there is no specific, I can see the number. I can see the number on my WhatsApp. It's a 7 number and I live in the UK. Are you based in the UK?
I am based in the UK.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you anyway. I don't know whether you have an answer, but we want to conclude with the law, like what victims or survivors can do. And I understand that there is a protection from harassment act, but when I was doing my research, I haven't quite seen any specific law that prohibits cyberbullying directly in the UK. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you know the answer. But I know there are acts that are connected that you can use in a cyberbullying case. What do you have to say about that?
Oh no, there are laws. There are laws. There are very progressive laws with respect to cyberbullying in the UK and probably most other jurisdictions. But you see, the problem is, I think Mariama mentioned that. You see, cyberbullying can come in two forms. Just like bullying can come in two forms. You have the civil route, and you have the criminal route. For it to be criminal, it must have been a statutory law. It must have been made a criminal like a criminal act. So the offense must be criminal for you to explore the criminal route. In the absence of that, it would be civil. It would be me taking somebody to court for defamation, for libel, for whatever it is. Okay? Now, if the person is not in the same jurisdiction as you, it's basically useless. You can do pretty much nothing about it. Like, for example, let's say Fatoumata Rahman is writing something about me and she's in Gambia. What can I possibly do to Fatoumata Rahman?
Nothing.
I can do nothing. I can go to the police in the UK here. I can do as much as I want, but there's nothing I can do because I'm not in the same jurisdiction as Fatoumata. I can write to the Gambian authorities, of course, but then the law has to be on equal footing with the law in the UK. Whatever I'm complaining for that might amount to an offense in the UK has to be an offense in the Gambia.
How about the European Union, like the people that are within Europe? Because I know there is a common law within Europe. You know, can they apply that?
Fatu Baji,
you can apply that. I mean, until the 31st of you can apply that until the 31st of December in the UK. But when the EU, when the UK formally leaves the EU, then I mean, of course, it would have to be UK law. But now, because of the common European Union system and because of the common legal system, yes, it would amount to that, and you would be able to seek redress and a very progressive one. Right. But if the jurisdictions are different and the laws are different, then it is hard. It is hard for you to actually take that route. Right. So, for example, let's say I want to take legal action against a 25-year-old girl in Gambia who I know is very broke and has got nothing to her name except a salary. If I go to court and spend thousands of dollars to take that person to court, what would be my reparation? What will I have?
Nothing.
What can she give to me? She doesn't have anything to her name. She cannot give anything to me.
Right.
And I think Mariama mentioned the issue of statute of limitation. Because of statute of limitations, you cannot go after a person 20 years after for an offense that person committed 10 years ago. If it's not a criminal offense, it's civil. So if it's civil, you have you have that statute of limitation difficulty, because you have if it's something that you want to take civil action from, something that you want legal redress from, it has to fall within a particular time frame. Because if you leave it to drag, for example, if you leave like an offense of defamation to drag to 20 years, then how is it defamation? How would you prove that thing has caused disturbance to you? Because it seems as if you've lived with it normally for like 20 years. So these are some of the issues that you might come across.
Right. Thank you.
Because the social media space is not regulated in the Gambia. You don't have Gambian laws that address social media. There's no social media regulation in the Gambia as of now. I think you had one that it was like an offense that I think it was kicked off I think Jammeh had introduced something whereby if somebody writes something against the government, you can be arrested, you arrive in Gambia, all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, these are laws that, I mean, when you make laws that you cannot enforce, it's like complaint in international law. A law that cannot be enforced, does not have enforcement mechanism, is basically more or less useless. So you can have the laws, but the people are outside in the in the open and can write whatever they want. And it's left to the discretion of people to accept garbage or throw out garbage, but that's just what it is.
Thank you very much, Kola. I think I've learned a lot, and I think the panelists also appreciate your contribution. Thank you. I think what we would do now, Fatima, I think I'll give you all 2 minutes to wrap up, to say your final words. It's 3 hours 10 minutes we've been here. Gosh. Fatima, acha mobile yo nga njëkk a tëj, and then we go around.
Well, see li Melvin doon wax am na foo xam ne man suma case woon because of ñi involved woon ñoom ñëpp dañ nekkan Scandinavia, around the Scandinavia, so mine was easy. So ebo man ma dëkka Sweden, ñoom ñu dëkka Germany, because ki am na ko am ne ko contact Germany la nekkoon, moom dafa am pour pay the price. Bàyyi na Facebook bi yeneen happen na si daal loo xam ne bëgguma ko disclose, because it's still, because comme nuñ wax rek man am na up to 10 years if I want to bring it back up. And the thing is, the good thing about this is those people that bullied me before, because seen name Mungfa, if they bully you today, Fatou Badji, it is going on their record again. So am na fena fu njee waxee ne Ami Bella su nekkee Angleterre, man ma nekka Sweden, su ma bullyee dara du si mun a nekka dara dina si génn de, parce que Ami Bella mu ngi si record si fii. Dina egg stage bu nga xam ne xëj na suma xaru woon because of Ami Bella, the Swedish authority will contact the British government pour ñu wane ne lii moo happen, as long as the evidence mu fa. But this is what big problem bi la understand later, Fatou Badji. How more one there are actually people that are on Facebook that are police officers, like Facebook police officers, Facebook lawyers. This is my case bi la xamee loolu because fa am yeneen yoo xam ne wan nañ ma ko si yoo xam ne mu ngi si involve. Understand nga? So ba pare tamit ñu ngi wax ne su fekkee ne yaa ngi yóbbu nit court te amul dara loolu losses la. Yes, I accept that because loolu waxoon nañ ma ko. Why? There is a jail term for it. Let's not forget that. If that person amul xaalis, there is a jail term for bullying someone to a certain degree. For bullying someone to a certain degree. Nekut bully yep, why? And there's certain bully on there could bully someone, like having their names up there, deformation of character. It mun nañ say yobu jail. Dafa fekk rek ne jail term bi dafa short rek, waaye ne su mun a yobu jail. Te mun na moo dem sa record yi, and léegi fii nii soo nekkee ko xam ne yaa ngi fi ut kayit mun nañoo revoke sa papers yi. So I don't know the American law wala UK, but here in Scandinavia it is hard on. Waaw loolu rek laa bëggoon après ma jël this opportunity pour wax ne Fatou Badji jërëjëf, thank you very much, I feel so relieved. Te tamit rek di wax ne lépp loo xam ne ñëw naa ma wax ko fi ñëw ma ko fi pour wax ko pour ŋaaña anybody, man lu ma gëm mooy ci li ma taxaw ba dëgër mooy lépp lu may def ak ci lu ma bokk rek jàngukaay la. Tey ama naa ne am na feneen fi ñu ma doon ooyee pour ma ñëw wax, parce que du yow rek a ma oo pour ma ñëw wax nangu maa ñëw wax, waaye dama feel ne fi ma ko ñëw waxee fii dinañ ci jàngal dara, parce que bëgguma war a dem si plateforme bu nga xam ne ma dem waxee fa mu ñëw nekk lu nga xam ne it will look like tey sante wala mu loo xam ne kenn du fa jàngee. Tey programme bi man pour man dama ko ooyee ne jàngukaay la, te jàng naa fi lu bari si suñu ñu toog, jàng naa bari lu bari si ñu comment, jàng naa bari si Melvin lu wax ak Mariama. So jàngukaay laa ko jàppee di wax ne tamit ne comme mënuma woon a am na ñoo xam ne dama leen wax jërëjëf ñu dégg ko nii, waaye ma jël this opportunity rek ne tey su ma nekkee fu ma nekk nii tey, those who were genuinely there for me, I want to say thank you to all of them because they save a life. Like I said, how ma woon da bëgg naa dee da bëgguma dee how ma woon, waaye xam naa si ban situation bu ma nekkoon, waaye they save a life, and I want to tell them ne I owe them what I stand for on Facebook. They're the reason why I cannot stop what I do on Facebook, because they have this belief in me, they trust, the trust they have in me that kept me going. So I want to thank all of them. Duma talk for the names, why ñoom ñëpp xam nañ seen boppa jërëjëf góor laa nag duma fàtte démba nañ ko fente yéen lañ ko fente ñu ñëpp si taranga maa ngi jégalu nag su fekkee ne tooñ naa fi anybody through this programme maa ngi ne ñu baal ma aha bu fekkee ne nag am na koo xam ne tamit tooñ dama through this programme baalal naa leen aha di la wax ne jërëjëf Fatou Badji bu nga invite ma parce que every time man maa dee nekk si seat boo nekk di laaj nit ñi, and I say I know how it feels to be on the other side. Thank you very much, beautiful. And thanks to everybody that is on the to the panelists. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yow kontaan naa trop Fatoumatta. Ba pare maa ngi laa jégalu tamit di la ñaan nga baalal ma because def naa la nga jooy and I made you reflect, you know, bëgguma woon ñu egga foofu noonu waaye man itamit jàng naa trop si waxtaan bi tey. So jërëjëf ni nga ñëwee share your experience with us so that we can all learn from it. Ma jàlla dem si Ami Bella pour moom itamit Ami yela kuma labango fo bayri si yo metale sila. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fatou Badji. Be mo be tentula ko tenke, mo be je mo meli alon ko inata bi kanela experience or share for dunia be ya me nke kusone ari because ninting am fine jibe sometimes pour ning comme ngani experience men so before pour ka afu pang akoliata bake because sometimes when you say I've moved on with my life, you don't want to talk about it. But there are certain times you have to do it to educate the world.
Yes.
Yeah, especially, you know, na kita put me along ko at up to a stage where it fun labang may fun kalang anymore. Inata na recover for labang ika more educate out there that is going to inspire someone. So Kamala be Fatoumatta Rahman tentula bake mbaja bake, and I hope ne more as an educative conversation as opposed to think otherwise. Because we are not here for that. We are here to empower our community. We're here to learn from all of you as well. So, ndafta na kumalabang memfola drong Fatou Badji, like I said, Niko society intel like a society samba intel more hadamadi like a society samba nyato okamala the nola without you know bringing communities together. We have to stick together as a family. Yeah, understand, regardless of whatever is going on. Bini moy problem osoto alinkana dong ala balala, because I see people melialonko maybe they are going through a lot of problems. Instead of empowering them or supporting them, we come and dancing on their pain on social media. Be cool kela melialonko amantara mol makoikan. You understand that, and we need to reflect back on ourselves. Menkita nyina asikeno imari fananale. Naman ketela asikeno mo la melialonko is close to you or a family member. So we have to be considerate and look at the bigger picture. When issues also happen in the society, like on social media, for example, because I think can jump into conclusion. Let's try and assess the situation. See what is the real problem, what is the root cause of the issue, and then more we can come out and talk about it. Because otherwise, most of the time we are misled by people coming on social media saying things, and it doesn't help. You understand? So maybe they went through bullying and stuff. Mariama Samatenyole afojane, brother afojane ko imari report. Ni mari mankuno je Maria ko report authorities ya, wala police. You understand? Hopefully they can support. But more important than own family member, they are your therapy. For sometimes ni ikata to an issue where you know idingal wala kela therapy ila own baby soul ni eje dorom those only sabu fang you get the strength. Sometimes you are weak, but the moment you see your kids, they become your strength, and that is amazing. You understand? Much more ila own family members, you know, and loved one melialonko, they are always there for you. Ukumata bake. And ni up to a level where you need help. There is nothing wrong to take medication. There is nothing wrong to seek medical attention. Yeah. Because like Fatoumatta Rahman mentioned here, you know, at some point I feel that she felt maybe she needed counseling at the time when she was going through all the issues. You understand? So you know, we are just weak. And at some point we need that professional intervention. It's like back again, like Aji said, because she did counseling, she had that experience where she had support, you know, and that actually helped her to heal from what she was going through. So kumata bake alinga nyo mutadorong, like I always say, social media ulumnasoti is our university, is our play field, is our everything. The technology is very powerful, You know, nimbe any information on that. I can kuti me along ka be more educated la de. I can kuti me along ka be positive la. Obviously, at sometimes we will have debate like this where, you know, you have to come out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And discuss something me along is uncomfortable. But the most important thing is to have solution, bring solution. What can we do as a community? Because anything that is surrounding us, our environment, if it is positive, we will all flourish. This society will flourish. But if it is negative, obviously we will be affected. So that's why when you see us coming out on social media, you know, condemning issues like that, because we are affected. We are part of you as a human being, as Gambian people. So debe mo be Daniela alinga nyomuta na kuma kan fana nga long be mum si kuma si falla fol kana social media. Ibe jataya itanila molla. Ko itele da umanke kuti sa ko te mo musoliti imudinti musoti me alonko hegna ye dingal la soto wala ibe dinglo wulula mina social media be wondi ban nan la be wondi muso nan la wala be monyo muso nan la diate nyame umanke nyato tati mo monje na titar wala always ko fale, especially when you are on social media, you are already an ambassador to the whole world. You are an inspiration to the whole world. You are a leader. So as a leader, you know, it's important you heal yourself first. If you don't heal yourself, you come on social media, you more attack for no reason or whatever reason it is, or it's not going to make you a better person in the society. And I think I feel most of the time we are misled by people, you know, they are prominent people. A lot of people are looking up to them. And I think, you know, in conversation, we need to continue this conversation because sometimes we are all human. Sometimes, I don't know. But I think the more we have these conversations, the better the society will be. As people and in society forward. Yo kambala be tentula be hila minga kuma fu me alon ko am bengal ma alsi hakko bonde mole bari fana natra kukundi nga fo jam you know bental ma salon kanikabi ala taala le fana ngi mol guide inshallah.
baraka ami kumo nyenyata sahayata ila contribution of betiata ba kere ngamira bi moli fenjama karanjanne ntede nga fenjama karanjanne even the legal aspect me alon ko ngambira ngalo ne nga felenti nga fen karanje fen kuto so mba fale ya baraka ye wato menta because ngal ne meta janne meta siyo meta le andun dindungol bijele so ita fana mbe kata ko men na social media nyaba kan ne mba fale yo ka baraka mbe move on la to Sajo, you've been quiet for a while. Sorry about that. Sajo, any last words before we wrap up? Ibe on mute, Sajo.
Okay. Okay, Fatou Badji, Abaraka Bake, Fatou Rahman Kuka, Jerejef, Aji Jan Jerejef, na sister Ami Bella, itafana Abaraka Bake, and na sister Maria Masamata, itafana Bafole Abaraka Bake, ning conversational is very insightful and also very interesting and educative as well. Barialo Momo, you just have your own way of doing things and you have your own way of terminology. Internal terminology about bullying is that is tick for tack. Yakenna, I bully ba. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's me. I'm not going to that regal route because that is money and I think that money I need it. Well, I'm not stopping those who want to pursue it, but people have different way of thinking, you know. So until I'm bully the one who's bullying near that power dealer because that's what he or she wants. If you hide behind a fake profile to bully me, and I don't connect that dot and know who this particular person is, okay, that is understandable. I will try to trace you out. But mind you, the day I realize that it is you that is bullying me, of course I will come out. I will come out, I will warn you for the first time. If you cannot adhere to my advice or to my warnings, you do it again, I will come out and I will do a live video for you and I will bully back. And the way I'm going to bully, I am not going to insult you or involve any family member because definitely I don't have any family member in the social media who can stand for me or fight for me. I don't have that. Though some people, they have body yafasa. min yaalon ko you have a problem with a person mbokk yëpp génn xam nga ñoo soldat la jàppale man awma loolu man awma mag buy génn taxaw ne man la moo xeexal awma raka buy génn taxaw ne man la moo xeexal so man suma benn bokk bi rek la si biir Facebook bi soo ma buliyee defuma la dara dama dee wande su fekkee da nga bañ nit ki emal si bañ bi waaye bul duga tamit ngay tanis borom image am so man man dama ko dee def tic for tac soo génnee nga buli ma dinaa génn man tam ma def lu ma war a def so on that note maa ngi wax ne jërëjëf di leen sant di leen gërëm wax nag neexut bu dee wax naa fi loo xam ne neexut nit ngeen jégal ma waaye dañ fi ñëw nag pour waxtaan pour nit ñi mun a xam jàng dara ñëwuñ fi pour xuloo kenn ñëwuñ fi pour uñi benn problème or something man kenn loolu indiwu fi kenn dañ fi ñëw daal pour jànga so asalaamaaleykum wa rahmatullah wa barakaatu maa leen di nuyu di leen sant di leen gërëm
jërëjëf Sadio sa wax rafet na sa contribution baax na ñu ngi laa wax jërëjëf yow itam parce que toogaay bi yàgg na te xam naa ne yaa ngi amee i xale so fanaa tey moom I cannot stop saying it jànga nañ fi lu bari man mi ko xoos sa man mënuma leen a wax li ma fi jànga tey so maa ngi leen di jaajëfe maa ngi laa jaajëfe bu baax Sadio ma jàlla si Mariama Samate aji yow yaay am last word bi parce que yow yaay xale Mariama
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. I think this is a program that I think we need to do more of if we get a chance, because this is I would consider it an epidemic in our society, especially on social media. Gambians don't use social media most of the time for something good. We use it to tear each other down. We use it to tarnish each other's image, and those who are good at it. Tarnishing others' image or tearing other people down, they think, jambar, like, I'm a fighter, I can do this, I can do that. That is not a fight. It's not a fighter. That is just you being a bad example for your own children, a bad example for, even your own society. You just don't know it yet, but that's basically what that is. I want to reiterate on what the caller, the guy who called in. It is very, very true that men suffer in silence. A lot of men who have mental illness suffer in silence. And in the Black culture, that's not only Gambian, but in the Black culture, men are not supposed to show emotion. They don't show emotion. They cannot do this. They cannot do that. And that's why sometimes it's very important for us to reach out to men who are affected in any kind of way. For me, it doesn't matter whether this person is on the right or is on the wrong. If you can reach out to a person underneath and say, how are you feeling? What is going on? How can I help you with? It goes a long way. It goes a long way. I know for the entanglement that I got into, the people who called me under and say, I know you, I know who you are, I know this is not you. And they talk to me in a way that lift up my spirit. That went a long way to make me feel better. So reach out to the people and especially men. I'm glad he brought that up because it is very true. Men they are equally depressed as women, but because women have the tendency to report their depression, men they don't report those type of things. They don't even want to report mental illness, especially Black men. So it's very, very important for us to look out for them. Reach out to them when they are in a difficult situation. So I'm glad that he brought that up. I also want to clarify what Fatma Rahman said. I think maybe defamation is what is it called? It's a criminal statute in Europe, but in America it's a civil statute. It's a civil law. Yeah. So here, if somebody says something about you that is wrong or put something about you that is out there that in social media that is wrong, the only recourse you have is to take them through a civil route. And that civil route is what defamation, libel and defamation. So in that case, if that person don't have any money in America or any asset in America, you are just wasting your money. You are just putting your money into a lawyer and the lawyer cannot recoup anything from that person, right? So, so that's what I want people in the US to understand, that so that you don't go wasting your money, trying to take some. Now that's different from bullying. Bullying, okay, putting somebody out about a person that is not true is libel and defamation. Bullying is when you constantly come out and disparage somebody and you make lies about them and you disparage them continuously and make them feel belittled and intimidate them. That is that's bullying, and that is a crime in most states in America. So that is the difference. That's what the difference is. And lastly but not the least, I want to touch on what I think is Aji was saying. Yes, when you have mental illness, it should not be stigmatized. When you have mental illness, it's just like any other illness. It's like diabetes, cancer, high blood pressure, any other illness that you may have physically. It's just like that. So your illness is different because it's in your mind. It's a disease of the mind, your mental well-being. If you have that, it's very important that you go and seek help. Just like when you have diabetes and all those other diseases, you will go to the hospital. Please, when you have mental illness, go to the hospital. And just like you will take medication for all those other physical ailments, please, when there is no stigma attached to having a mental health medication, psychotropic medication. There shouldn't be any stigma attached to it. It's just medication making you feel better, right? Just like when you have a headache, you go and get Tylenol, paracetamol, or whatever it is, you get that to make you feel better. It's the same way with psychotropic medication. There shouldn't be any stigma attached to people taking psychotropic medication. So if you are mentally ill or emotional, you have emotional stress, you have things that are going on in your life, please seek mental health services. If you are in the Gambia, there are mental health professionals on the ground that can help you. If you are in the US and in Europe, seek therapy. Go and get therapists. Go to a therapist. Go to a psychiatrist. And seek help. You will get the help that you need, but you cannot suffer in silence. So those are the three things that I want to touch on. So thank you very much again. Like everybody said, I think this is very informative. Like everybody said, this show is not meant to disparage anyone. We are here to teach each other and to sensitize each other about bullying, which is a very, very, very serious problem in our society. And that's what we are here for. We are not here to target anyone or you may see yourself in our story, in what we are saying, but if you see yourself, that's because you are part of the story. It doesn't mean you are being targeted, right? Right. So I want to thank you for inviting me, and thank you very much for this very informative. And I want to thank the panelists. You have great panelists, and everybody contributed immensely to what to the program today. Thank you very much for being a good host as well.
Thank you, Mariam. I think we've all benefited from your expertise. I think you actually contextualized things for us, and we are very much grateful for your time as well. So thank you. Ma ñëw jàllal nag si Aji yow 2 minutes rek laa la may parce que dama bëgg a dem reer. 2 minutes rek laa la may.
Man nang ma toog loo be man xam nga man suma blood sugar bi da up down fu mu nekk ne ko ma di gis bu baax suma bët yaa bleu. I'm not seeing properly yet. Yeah, guys, like man li ma wax rek mooy jaajëfate di wax thank you yow Mariama for coming out, especially moom mi nga xam ne li liggéeyam la for coming out to be here and to say ne okay so demee counseling wala therapy tamit does not mean ne ding leen da def on the prescriptions, because when I was going counseling it was just phone counseling 6 counseling in I think in 2 months or 3 months, whereby every Friday she calls me and check on how I'm doing and we talk about it. And yàlla def na I think it was gonna be worse than num demee on, because I remember one time I went to work, dama génn barefooted and I went outside there and I was sitting on the floor and my colleague was like, what is happening? I said, I don't know what was happening to me. It could have led to something else. Après suñ family si tamit ne ñu dee déglu, and when we are mentally down su nekkee ñu ngi go through something, if I call you, listen to my problems, listen to what I have to say. And ñun tamit mu nekk si media bi I had when Fatmata was crying mu do wax ne ñun nañ ñu dee nemeeku and then ñu dee nemeeku. When I growing up as a kid in Gambia, I always wanted to do two things: playing a violin or being on the media. And in the Gambia, I couldn't go play violent because I'm with I could do it. So miss now that opportunity to be playing violent because from there I'm in my 30s, I wouldn't even waste my time with it. If I can, I will. But now I have the opportunity to be on the media. I come up with topics that are affecting our society. Lima wax moy ñom tamit ñu di néméku mag yu dé nek ci ron tamit di ñu ñaanal ñu sét dal xam nga time to time tamit send you message or something wala dégg na dégg Fatmata demal 3 weeks ago I didn't do videos for 3 weeks and people were asking me why, because I felt like I needed a time off from the camera, I needed time off from social media. I went on holiday but I'm on rashes on my skin and all of that. Sometimes we are not okay, sometimes li money they your energy, sometimes money they make you make happy nit ñi dañu send loves here all of that. You know say tamit nañ ñu dé said ñu xamné we're just human. ñun tamit then they make mistakes because man so said the reason lu tax ñu bully ma sa I didn't know it was a slap on my face. People look for yenn saa duñ am luñ la bully because you're saying positive things towards the society. Xëj na foofu amul luñ la fa piconé to bully you, they use another way around to come to you. Nañ ñu bàyyi xel ñu némé ko ñu xam ne ñun tamit du dara liñ bugga liñ loof la ñoo nekk di def rek ñoom tam ñu teete ñu yóbbu ñu ba si kanam gara gënut neex loolu like daf ko dee ba nga xam ne léegi da nga pick plateforme yoo xam ne foofu nga dem because F nga ñeme wala Fatmata nga ñeme wala Mariama nga ñeme nga dem fa because def nañ ko ba nga xam ne kenn ñemewut amatuloo fit bi pour nekk social media comme Fatmata lu mu koy da ngaa dem quickly rek xaaral ma seet lu fa happen waaye nu mu tudda nen su nekkee programme like this people won't call each other to say dem leen de ñu ngi wax lu important ba pare comme luñ fi wax rek xëy na man suli naa loo xam ne rombon na Fatmata suli na loo xam ne rombon na miinut ne daf ko sulli because dafa bëgg a get back to that problem or the root of the problem. No, dafa nekk ne topic bu ñoo am ak conversation bi more relate to what happened. moo tax daf dee tax ba nga xam ne ñun kenn ñi mewuta ñëwati si society bi dara dal la nga bëgg a si jàngal nit nga open up with your own problem because yaa ngi fi ne so open up with your own problem people who come for you di la ne yow nga xam ne lii nga daj léeg-léeg nga daj xam nga lu ma miin so ñun ñëpp tey Fatmata li moo def mun naa dem ba nekk Oprah tey kenn xamul yow the same thing am sa own network like Oprah did. Oprah bi moo commencé wax na fi ne moom dañ ko abuse they raped her in a family member blah 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 all of this but if you see where she's from people are not using that to bully her. If Fatmata had come out and said that or me or you people would be bullying or saying things like that towards us. Then you buy hell, you name it. So I just have to say thank you to you, Mariama, because I believe I spoke to Mariama or I comment on something that she did when Safi did her mental health video, postnatal mental health. So Fatmata Tami, thank you very much. It's a good topic. Like people are saying, if we should come and say something that we should come out. Oh, Mariama, little topic no, you have to continue talking about it because some people penetrate, you have to be repeatedly. Basic just send you buy. So F, thank you very much. Topic message thank you very much. Times that I was going through hell with that bullying, you were there for me. Fatmata was there for me, and everybody, even Sajo that was here, called to say, okay, you were my classmate. I don't know you for being tribalist and all the things. I need to spend some time. You gain solidarity with me. I just love you guys. Kiss, kiss, kiss. Mwah, mwah.
Thank you, Aji. I guess yes, I don't even have anything else to say actually. I think you've covered everything. Just to say thank you once again. Thank you very much. It's been nearly 4 hours and we've been here, but I don't regret it. I think it's been informative. I think it's been worthwhile, and I will do it again if I have to. I really appreciate Mangewa Fatmata Rahman again mu jégal ma joylo na ko fi why lolu du won suñ ene. I believe that everybody has learned something today. We've said that bullying is a repetitive action. It's not a one-off situation. It's not like on them. It is an intentional act being repeatedly to intentionally hurt somebody else or to embarrass them or humiliate them. We've also talked about the importance of families and friends supporting each other, that in trying times there's nothing better than a family member calling you and checking, hey, how are you doing? So let's continue doing that. Let's also explore the legal route if we can afford it. Let's talk to the police, let's talk to people who are legally minded to advise us. I think those things are very important. I think we've also talked on mental health. Mental health is not, it shouldn't be stigmatized. So if somebody is taking antidepressants, they shouldn't be stigmatized. They needed it at that stage, and they should have it. I mean, counseling also, it's another route that people can take if they feel that they're being bullied online. Because counseling, I work in a mental health charity, and I work with only counselors, people like Mariama Samate. Those are the people that I work with. And I'm seeing African people there. I hardly see Gambians there, but I do see Sudanese and Somalians there coming for a weekly counseling. And the feedback has been great, that it is good. So let's take the opportunities and the support services that are available. And within Gambian community, I feel that we have a lot of strength. You know, we have people like Mariama are here. We have other people who are legally minded people who we can just pick up the phone and call. And if we don't know what to do, call us. Just say, you know, if I'm going through this, what do you think? And then I might find someone else and link you up, you know, to get that help. So I think, yes, we would carry on the conversation. And we do empathize with the people that are going through it right now, because, you know, he who knows it, feels it. I think that's what they say. And I think from all of you, what you have experience today, I think we have all learned, and we all know that bullying, cyberbullying of women and of anyone is actually a reality, and we must end it. And on that note, thank you, Sona Nasi Wape. Thank you so much.
Good night.
You've been good. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thank you to our viewers as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.